5 minutes from airtime. This is Bowl Season Radio Channel 1. This is Bowl Season Radio Channel 1. 4 minutes, 30 seconds from airtime. This is Bowl Season Radio Channel 1. 4 minutes from airtime. This is Bowl Season Radio Channel 1. 3 minutes, 30 seconds from airtime. This is Bowl Season Radio Channel 1. 3 minutes from airtime. This is Bowl Season Radio Channel 1. 2 minutes, 30 seconds from airtime. This is Bowl Season Radio Channel 1. 2 minutes from airtime. This is Bowl Season Radio Channel 1. 1 minute, 30 seconds from airtime. This is Bowl Season Radio Channel 1. 1 minute from airtime. This is Bowl Season Radio Channel 1. 45 seconds from airtime. This is Bowl Season Radio Channel 1. 30 seconds from airtime. This is Bowl Season Radio Channel 1. 15 seconds from airtime.
following is an exclusive presentation of Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio.
There's one goal, one mission. Dominate every play, and we'll see what happens at the end of the game. Let's go. 22, high.
From Brooks Stadium in Conway, South Carolina, this is the Myrtle Beach Bowl, presented by Engine. Today, the Kennesaw State Owls, champions of Conference USA, take on the Western Michigan Broncos, champions of the Mid-American Conference. Now, with the call of today's game, along with Jay Sunhalter and Molly Cotton, here's Travis Jones.
Good morning, everybody, and we welcome you to the Grand Strand, Conway, South Carolina, just outside of Myrtle Beach. It's the 2025 Myrtle Beach Bowl as Western Michigan and Kennesaw State set to square off. Travis Jones along with Jay Sunhalter. Molly Cotton will join us coming up in just a moment. Jay, this game means something. We've got only one bowl game outside of the college football playoffs that feature two conference champions. That's today's game. Kennesaw State's never been in a bowl before. Western Michigan has only won 3 bowl games in their entire history.
Yeah, Travis, both teams are champions, but they won more championship. And to cap off their season the right way with a victory down here at the Myrtle Beach Bowl. And I've been so impressed with the coaching staffs, what they've been able to do with so many new players this year. Not a lot of expectations coming into this season, and boy, have they done a nice job getting to this point, winning their conference championships, and I think both fan bases are really excited to see how this game goes today.
Yeah, let's talk about Western Michigan winning the MAC title, defeating Miami of Ohio, and they've done it with a little surprise at quarterback. Brock Lowry, the Indiana transfer of Molly Cotton, came in to campus at Western, was not expected to be the starter, but he's had a great year.
Yeah, how about Brock Lowry really leading the success this season for Western Michigan Broncos? As you said, he wasn't expected to be the starter this season, Travis. He came in, he proved himself in the scrimmage, beat out Brady Jones, and here he is. He was named the MAC Offensive Player of the Year. And how about this? He needs just 60 yards to become the first ever to reach 1,000 yards. He also needs 3 rushing touchdowns to tie the program record by a quarterback of 17. So a super successful season for him, and he looks to cap it off today in Conway.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to watch him on offense because he really is more of a run-first quarterback. His throwing game has kind of come on throughout the year, and we'll see Western with the ball first as Kennesaw State has won the toss and deferred their option.
And it's really improved throughout this season. That running game was there from the first time he played this season when he was sharing time, earned the starting nod, but that throwing ability has really opened up this offense.
Here's the opening kickoff from Kennesaw State. Ball fielded at the 5-yard line over the 10, 15, out to the 20, 25 on the return, far sideline 30, and the Broncos will bring it out near the 35-yard line on a great opening kickoff taken by Josh Franklin. All right, so Brock Lowry, 6'1", 210-pound redshirt sophomore from Canfield High School in Ohio, again started his career with the Hoosiers of Indiana, and as Molly mentioned, needs just 60 yards to become the first Western Michigan quarterback to go over 1,000 yards in a season.
And his offensive coordinator, Walt Bell, and him have really clicked, and they've been on the same page with their game plan throughout the year. It'll be interesting to see how they attack this fast Kennesaw State defense.
First and 10, ball at the 35-yard line. It's a Western Michigan offense this season. It's been putting up about 24 points per game, and they do it with the ground game. And here comes Buckley, turns over the 45-50, he's loose. 40, 35-30, 25-20, 15, 10-5. Jalen Buckley into the end zone for the Bronco touchdown on the opening play as he rolls it 65 yards for the score. Well, that'll work.
Yeah, and that's how they want to play. Physical up front and let the offensive line dominate to get the running game going. And from the first play, Jalen Buckley goes all the way. He had a huge run in the MAC championship against Miami of Ohio. His first play here coming out today. That right side of the offensive line doing a nice job sealing off the edge.
Yeah, 200 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns in the MAC championship, and he picks up where he left off. Palmer Domsky is on for the point after, and the kick is up, and it is good. And that is a hell of a good extra point from Dom Chomsky. Find hell of a good dips in stores near you. So one play for the Western Michigan Broncos, and a touchdown run for Jalen Buckley gives him 9 now on the season. And he's a guy that's been playing hurt most of the year with a broken wrist.
He's been playing through pain, and he's still toughing it out here later on, and he'll be able to rest it here in the offseason, but showing how fast he is. He's 210 pounds, but he can turn on the jets, and he showed it there.
Well, behind that big offensive line, and Molly has more on the Broncos up front.
Yeah, Jay, you mentioned this offensive line, just a complete domination to start off this game. This is an offensive line that really has a chip on their shoulder. They lost 2 All-Americans from last season along this unit, so they came in really wanting to prove themselves, and they do early on in this bowl game.
All right, Hunter Smith has the ball teed up, ready to kick it away. Gabriel Bernard back deep for Kennesaw State. With 18 seconds into the game, 7-0. Western 7-1 this season in the back, 9-4 overall. Kennesaw State is gunning for their 11th win on the season. And that kickoff from Smith against the wind is going to be fielded on the return over the 15-20, out to the 25 to the 30. Broken tackle and running out of bounds near the 36-yard line. On that kickoff return is Davis Bryson. So he'll step out the 34-yard line. Give us a chance to tell you about the starting lineup for Kennesaw State. And our starting lineup is presented by Coca-Cola. Game day calls for nice cold Coca-Cola, because fan work is thirsty work. Coca-Cola, the official sponsor of Coca-Cola Bowl season. Got an explosive quarterback as well for Kennesaw State, Amari Odom. Transfer from Wofford. Tell you about him. He's had a terrific season. 18 touchdown passes. He's run for another 7. He's going to throw on first down. Ball's batted down right at the line of scrimmage. Penetration from the left defensive end for Western Michigan. And a great job by Rodney McGraw, who's getting the start today in place of their best defensive end, Dame Tucker, who's out of this game with an injury.
And that's a huge loss with Tucker out, and that's the strength of this Western Michigan defense, is the defensive line, specifically Tucker. And with him out, you wonder where the pass rush is going to come from today.
Odom takes the snap, rolls out to the right, throws across his body, pass is caught out near midfield. That is Gabriel Bernard, the senior from Georgia, with his 56th catch of the season. He's got 6 100-yard receiving games on the season. They play fast. Hand it off to Bernard. He swings around the right side on the hand sweep, crosses midfield, and will be corralled by the Broncos at the 49-yard line after a gain of a couple.
And Travis, when this offense gets a first down, I don't know if there's anyone in the country that goes faster to the line of scrimmage, and they really get teams on their heels. Now a little bit slower here on second down.
Shotgun, broken eye to the right, and a play action. Look out, here comes pressure, and ball lost. Odom hit, McGraw knocked it free. It's a scoop, it's a run inside the 5 into the end zone. Touchdown for Western Michigan, as the ball was scooped up after it was knocked loose by Keyshawn Fisher. Back up defensive end, and he rumbles about 45 yards for the touchdown.
And Rodney McGraw came flying off the edge, and who's going to replace Tucker's production? McGraw does it here. Just beats the tackle. Odom has nowhere to go. The ball flies out, and Fisher picks it up. And right now, Kennesaw State shocked at what's transpired. The Broncos come out here on fire.
What about the start for Rodney McGraw? Getting the start today, the Penn State Louisville transfer, as he gets a batted pass and then a sack strip on the next play. And that extra point is up and good for Palmer Domsky. And that's another good extra points. Hell of a good extra point. Find hell of a good dips in a store near you. Great start for Western Michigan. 13:44 remaining in the opening quarter. Broncos 14, Kennesaw State nothing. You're listening to the Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio, home of the Myrtle Beach Bowl, presented by Engine.
During bowl season, every team is the away team, and that's exactly who Engine was built for. Whether you're traveling for a big game, big meeting, or your big brother's wedding, if you're traveling in numbers, Engine's on your side. We're the all-in-one platform for group travel that makes every road trip simpler and more affordable, giving you an away team advantage for every away game on the calendar. So to all 82 teams and millions of fans traveling this bowl season, safe travels and may the best road team win. Book travel at engine.com.
Tim, I'm receiving an important update.
Ooh, are you getting night vision?
No, I just found out you could get $200 with Navy Federal Credit Union when you refinance your auto loans from another lender.
So no night vision?
No night vision.
Learn more at NavyFederal.org/auto loans. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Credit and collateral subject to approval. Refinance loan must be at least $5,000 to be eligible for the $200. Terms and conditions apply.
It takes a different breed to be the first to respond. The first on the scene. The first to tackle disaster head on. At ServPro, we witness the bravery of first responders almost every day. So to all those who never give a second thought to being the first ones in, this game's for you. ServPro, proud supporter of our nation's first responders.
Wake up, scroll, eat, school, work, TV, podcast, eat, scroll, sleep, rinse, repeat. We've all been there, stuck in the same routine, day in and day out. But in the U.S. Air Force, you can put an end to this endless cycle. With over 200 career options at bases across the entire globe, your exciting future starts here. To learn more and get started, go to airforce.com. Aim high.
.44 remaining in the opening quarter. 14-0. Western Michigan leading Kennesaw State. Resorts World, Las Vegas, where your weekend wins big. 3 luxury hotels, the Hilton, Conrad, and Crockett, plus world-class dining and unforgettable entertainment all under one roof. Discover more at rwlasvegas.com. These bowl games, you want to get off to a quick start, then you have Western Michigan start.
Yeah, that's a start that within the first minute and a half here, 14-0, and you look up and Kennesaw State's starting. We need a redo here, and their defense for the Broncos really standing strong there. The offensive line doing their job. That's what this team is built on, and Kennesaw State's going to have to find a way to regroup here and get a drive going.
Hunter Smith kicked off the Florida transfer at the 35. We've not mentioned the wind so far, and it's gusting, so to speak. You could say that. It's consistent. Wind gust up to 35 miles an hour predicted today, and it will affect the kicking game. Swirling down below, if you look at the flag at the top of the goalpost to our right. So Hunter Smith probably kicking into the wind here in this opening quarter. Back deep is Davis Bryson. Waiting this kick, and that one sails about a yard deep into the end zone for the touchback. Molly Cotton, what a great start here for Western Michigan.
On the flip side, Kennesaw State's just trying to lift each other up on the sidelines. But as for Western Michigan, they're just trying to remind each other, hey, this is still an early start. We've got a long way to go. Really, the message on the sideline is we can't win on one play. And at this point, it's a couple of big plays that have led to a 2-score lead at this point for Western Michigan.
Yeah, no doubt this is a Western offense that can score. They were one of the best scoring offenses in Conference USA. Starts with their quarterback Odom in the run game, and Coleman Bennett gets his first carry. The Bucknell Rice transfer.
Give us the Coleman
ball about a yard, and that's it. Bennett, 6 foot, 210 pound, super senior from Fort Lauderdale.
And this is an offense that scored 121 points in the first quarter throughout the season. So Kennesaw State's used to getting off to a fast start, playing from the hole right now.
Gerard Bullock, the tight end, goes in motion out to the left, and they'll run it again. Off the left side with Coleman Bennett. And the Western Michigan defense, which has been stout all year, giving up just 18 points per game, holds that to a 2-yard gain. And it's a third down and long, 3rd and 7.
But Amari Odom is really good making decisions and getting out of the pocket, picking things up with his legs. So the Broncos defense has to account for him scrambling if this play gets broken. But he's a guy that you want to keep in the pocket and force him to throw and try to collapse on him.
And Odom does a check with me, walks up to his line. Deploys Bennett to his left. Motions the tight end out of the formation again. Here comes a blitz. Odom runs forward, floats it down the center of the field, and the ball is incomplete. Clayton Kopic was the intended receiver down at the 37-yard line, and Odom had him by about a half step, but threw it over his right shoulder, and he couldn't adjust. Incomplete, and it's a quick 3-and-out for the Owls.
Yeah, the pressure came up the middle. He kind of went towards the right, threw it off one leg. It looked like it could be complete, and the ball just sailed a little bit too far over his shoulder, and this defense standing strong.
Josh Hewitt is on the punt. 57 punts, 41-yard average on the season. Snap is back, and it is off the side of his foot, but it's a spiraling kick, and a fair catch is taken by the tight end, Blake Bozeman, back at the 33-yard line, and Western's had some difficult. He's got a marker down at the 27-yard line with their punt return and turnover problems, so they have just waved the white flag and put Bozeman, a tight end, back there to fair catch the ball every time.
They just want to secure possession, especially with the win today. That's going to be the biggest thing for both teams.
I got a hold is the initial signal on Kennesaw State, so we'll see if Western Michigan wants to make them re-kick. Lance Taylor, their head coach, third season at Western, 19 wins, 19 losses overall, was the offensive coordinator at Louisville before coming to Western back in 2022. Spent time in South Bend with Notre Dame as the running backs coach, also the Carolina Panthers, the Jets, Stanford, and had a short stint at App State. Well, Taylor's really studying this decision here.
Having a discussion down there, but he's got an impressive background with his Stanford, Notre Dame college background.
Decline. First down, Western Michigan.
And that NFL experience, too, with the Panthers. And he's coached a lot of good players, Christian McCaffrey, and he's done a really nice job in year 3 here building this program up.
A 42-yard punt from Hewitt will stand. And Western will get the football.
The will be tacked on to the end of the kick. First down.
That's will move the ball here once they mark the penalty off near the 40. And Western will have excellent starting field position at the 40-yard line. Their own 41st and 10, already leading 14-0. 12:28 to play. As Jalen Buckley went house on the opening snap of the game for Western. Then they got a strip, sack, fumble return. Spread look, double tights to the right. Snap back, Buckley, second carry of the game, runs over the 45, and he'll have 11 yards across midfield to the 49-yard line before he is finally wrangled down by Jericho Washington Jr., the cornerback.
And Walt Bell, the offensive coordinator, will use 2 tight ends and 3 tight end sets. And this is an O-line that averaged 308 pounds. So that's where the strength is up front for this group, going against a faster but smaller defensive front and front 7 for the Owls.
And 4 Power 4 transfers up front. Wake Forest, Illinois, Michigan, and Syracuse. And again, Buckley, big hole. Bounce to the outside, 35, 30, 25, down the far sideline, 20. Finally wrestled out of bounds inside the 20. They'll step him out at the 18-yard line.
Through a couple offensive plays here, the offensive line is getting pushed up front. They're getting to the next level. This is just a zone play up the middle. And the linebackers are getting gashed here with that double team block going up, and the running game is flowing easily for the Broncos.
Yeah, running behind Raheem Anderson Jr. He was ESPN's third-ranked center coming out of high school from Detroit, Michigan. Right side, Gavin Dabo and Chad Schuster, the right tackle. And Western again is in the red zone. Double tights to the left, and they'll just continue to pound the rock as running inside the 15 down to the 12-yard line. First carry of the game for Lolo Matatoli. Product from California. Palo Alto, his hometown. 6 foot, 210 pound, 3 rushing touchdowns on the season.
For Kennesaw State here, you've got to find a way to get penetration, whether that's loading the box, bringing in blitzes to slow down this run game, because if you're Western Michigan, no reason to throw the ball when you're dominating up front.
The Owls did struggle this season, stopping the run, 7th in the conference, 175 yards per game given up. Mattioli gets the carry again, and he'll take it down to the 9-yard line. Pyle still moving, giving about the 8.5, going to be about a half yard short of the first down. Third down upcoming with 10:19 remaining in the opening quarter. And a 14-0 Bronco lead.
And right now, 3rd and short to the Broncos. You got 2 downs to pick this up. That's my mindset. We're coming away with a touchdown on this drive.
5 carries, 116 yards. And I think you like your chances on 3rd and a yard when you're averaging 23 yards a carry.
Yeah.
And a give to Buckley, and he gets stood up. And a great job there by the Owl defense to meet him right in the hole and push him back. Taiwan Christopher played all 88 snaps in a game earlier this season against New Mexico State. And he will push Buckley back. Forward lean will get him a couple of inches. It's going to be 4th down and less than a yard.
Nice job by Christopher coming up in the A-gap, beating the block, and making a strong tackle to force this 4th down.
Broncos 13 of 31, 42% down conversions this season, trying to keep the party going here. 4th down and short. Ball on the Owl 9-yard line. Snap back. Buckley gets it. Head of steam. Runs forward. Kind of wiggles forward and should have the first down at the 7-yard line. He was hit at the line of scrimmage by Barron Hobson, but was able to kind of twist his hips just enough to get out of Hobson's grasp and move the sticks. 1st and goal, Western Michigan.
And they went with 3 tight ends, and he ran right behind that beef on the left side of the line of scrimmage. Enough push there. This running game really doing a good job working together with their offensive line in the back, staying patient, attacking the hole.
Tyleek Williams checks in, replacing a tight end. So they go twin receivers, tight to the formation, left and right. Motion to trips with the tight end. Shotgun, sidecar, snap back. Play action. Lowry rolls out, being chased back to the 17-yard line, turns the corner, takes it all the way down to the 4 before he is finally run out of bounds and shoved out by Jaden Grimes. Stepping out at the 4-yard line, so a lot of running there for Lowry to get 3 yards.
This is the first passing attempt of the day. I'm surprised they didn't keep it on the ground. Lowry making a good decision, getting out of the pocket and picking up what he could on the sideline.
An extra tight end will come in. Adam Vandervest missed last year with an injury. He'll line up to the right side of the formation along with the tight end, Blake Bozeman. Fully loaded gun on 2nd down and goal. Play action. Lowry rolling out, fires to the goal line. Pass is caught. Touchdown. Out in the flat. Pulled in by Marion Habowski. Touchdown, Broncos.
That's been all Western Michigan, and here they go through the air. Brock Lowry will play action and then rolls out of the pocket. Rod Daniels almost was able to bring him down for a sack. Just flipped it out to his tight end. And right now this offense is clicking, keeping the defense on their heels.
Palmer Domsky is on for the point after. Snap back, hold down, kick on the way. The kick is up, and that kick is good. That was a hell of a good extra point from Palmer Dombrowski. Find hell of a good dips in stores near you. 7:39 opening quarter. It's been all Western Michigan, 21. Kennesaw State, nothing. You're listening to Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio, the 2025 Myrtle Beach Bowl, presented by Engine.
This is an Xbox, and this is an Xbox that takes calls. This is an Xbox when you need a study break. This is you enjoying seamless gaming on the go with the new ROG Xbox Ally. And this, that's a beatbox. To recap, this, and this are all Xboxes. And this is you gaming wherever, whenever, however. That's an achievement unlocked. The choice is yours. Play Xbox on your favorite Xbox device.
Lockheed Martin's vision of 21st century security means preparing to make split-second decisions with certainty. Because whether your mission is over land, on the sea, through the air, in outer space, or cyberspace, our mission is to help you detect the threats, connect the tech, and protect what matters most in every domain of operation. Lockheed Martin, ensuring those we serve always stay ahead of ready.
JLab is powering the 2025 college football season with incredible earbuds, headphones, and speakers, and supporting elite athletes from powerhouse programs nationwide, including Ohio State's Julian Sayin and Carnell Tate, Indiana's Fernando Mendoza, Arkansas's Taylor Green, and Vanderbilt's Martell Height Jr. These incredible players elevate every rep. Travel and game day with JLab earbuds, headphones, and speakers. JLab, your kind of tech, straight from the lab. Shop at jlab.com, Amazon, and retailers everywhere.
If your child has a common orthopedic condition, that doesn't mean you can only get common treatments. You can choose Shriners Children's. Our world-class care is not limited to insurance networks or to what's been done before. The same doctors who innovate treatments for the most complicated orthopedic issues will help your child grow and develop properly. See what we do at shrinerschildrens.org. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
You're listening to the Myrtle Beach Bowl, presented by Engine from Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio.
7:39 opening quarter. Western Michigan 21, Kennesaw State nothing. 76 is a proud sponsor of bowl season. Want to win the ultimate fan experience to the CFP National Championship in Miami? The Fuel Forward app from 76 can get you there. Visit 76.com/the-go route for details on how to enter. Well, Kennesaw State, Jay, looking for a first down. That's their way back into this game.
Yeah, they've got to find a way just to get that first down, get the pace, the tempo going, and gain some momentum back still early on here in the first quarter. But they've got to change course of this game and regain some momentum.
Yeah, it's a team that won 10 games this season, facing adversity for the first time. And a kickoff upcoming here again from Hunter Smith. Will be his fourth of this opening quarter. The kick it away is Bryson Davis awaits, standing back at the goal line. Davis will have a crack at this one, maybe. We'll take it 3 yards deep in the end zone. He's coming out over the 5-10, sidesteps the defender and takes it to the 17-yard line. So the Owls will be backed up. Molly, how does Kennesaw State, a team that's experienced a lot of success, how do they respond to this adversity?
Yeah, the head coaches are challenging them on the sidelines right now, or the coaching staff rather, challenging them of who are you going to be in this adversity. This is an Owls team. They won 10 of their last 11 after an 0-2 start. And you look at the improvement that they've had under Jerry Mack. It's certainly a team in the past that has faced adversity, and they're bringing up those moments now of now what can you do to bounce back and respond and put together a better performance from here on out.
Off the 17-yard line, first down and 10 so far. 4 carries, 1 yard. And they'll run the ball. Best carry of the young game. Ball out to the 21-yard line as Chase Belcher has checked in. He's a Northern Arizona, Western Georgia transfer. 418 yards on the season on the ground. He'll get it again. Turns over the 25, out to the 30, center of the field, and dives out to the 35-yard line, and the Owls pick up their initial first down. That gives the folks from Kennesaw, Georgia across the way something to cheer about.
Now they're going fast, quickly up to the line of scrimmage to run this next play.
Mariota, play action, looks right, pumps, fires over the middle, and the pass is nearly intercepted off the deflection. Nice defensive play on the breakup, looking for Davis Bryson, and shut down by Aaron Wofford. The corner came over and got the pass breakup. It's his 7th of the season.
And Wofford, one of those fifth-year seniors on the defense, their strength on the back end. They do a really nice job in coverage. It's been difficult for Odom to throw with that coverage and the pressure coming in his lap.
Odom third in Conference USA in pass yards and pass TDs this season. A hand sweep coming to the right side and unable to get around the corner. Out to the 35-yard line. Still moving forward for a couple of yards. Not able to get Belcher to the ground, and he gets slung down by the footballs that are trying to wrestle away from him, much like a jump ball in basketball. Whistle blows. No flags. Minute 2. It's third down and 8.
This is a big third down coming up for Mari Odom. Again, he's a guy that can use his legs to extend plays. If you're the Broncos defensive line, you want to keep him in the pocket, but he's got to find a way to get Gabriel Benyard and Christian Boss, his 2 top wide receivers, involved here.
Benyard is lined up. Out wide to the left, part of trip. Snap back, Odom. Big time pressure. He's going to run out of the pocket. Escapes. Still surveying. Is hemmed in and just going to throw it out of bounds. Good pursuit. Relentless pursuit by Western's defense, particularly the defensive line coming after him as James Camden was in hot pursuit, and Odom had to throw it away. It's 4th down and punt time.
Yeah, initially I thought Odom could get around Camden and get to the edge and pick this up with his legs, but as he is running towards the sideline, he hesitated, allowing Camden to get close and then try to get it through the air.
Back to receive.
Josh Hewitt is on the punt. Waiting the long snap back at the 23-yard line. Blake Bozeman again, standing, waiting to take a fair catch or let it bounce, and it will bounce. It's going to take the Kennesaw roll, and it looks like Kennesaw believes that may have touched Western Michigan. Got a gunner trying to get out of the way. The official doesn't agree, and we might have our first replay of this game. Ball at the 24-yard line as the officials are discussing it. Ball hit off the ground. There was a gunner that was trying to get out of the area.
First down, Western Michigan.
All right, rule to hit West.
First down, Western Michigan.
Rolled it, hit Western Michigan first. 5:52 remaining in the opening quarter. 21-0. Western on top of Kennesaw. This is the 2025 Myrtle Beach Bowl, presented by Engine. Back after this from Shriners Children's Charity.
Before the bright lights on Sunday, before the draft and pro contracts, greatness starts here. It's the East-West Shrine Bowl, January 27th, 2026, at the Ford Center at the Star. A century-old tradition and the first step to NFL stardom. Every play supports game-changing outcomes at Shriners Children's. The 2026 East-West Shrine Bowl. Today's All-Stars, tomorrow's legends. Visit shrinebowl.com for tickets starting at $26.
During bowl season, every team is the away team, and that's exactly who Engine was built for. Whether you're traveling for a big game, big meeting, or your big brother's wedding, if you're traveling in numbers, Engine's on your side. We're the all-in-one platform for group travel that makes every road trip simpler and more affordable, giving you an away team advantage for every away game on the calendar. So to all 82 teams and millions of fans traveling this bowl season, safe travels and may the best road team win. Book travel at engine.com.
This season, the action isn't just on the field, it's in every game day spread. Hell of a Good dips bring bold flavor to every tailgate, made for dunking, scooping, and celebrating every big play. Find Hell of a Good in stores near you and follow on Instagram at Hell of a Good Dips. Start dipping with Hell of a Good.
He's going to hit one deep down the field. And it's caught. It's a touchdown.
There's nothing like that moment when your team clinches a win. The Friday night lights, all those Saturday tailgate traditions, hours in front of the TV on Sunday. Football means tradition. Whether you played or cheered along, the feeling of game day never ends. Join the community and celebrate the game. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Football Matters.
Western Michigan with the ball back at a 21-0 lead. 5:52 remaining here in the opening quarter. Conway, South Carolina. A cloud in the sky. Temperature in the 60s. Real feel with the wind. A little cooler. It's a beautiful day here in late December in the Grand Strand. Handoff for the Broncos. And backing out to the 30-yard line is Jalen Buckley. Aurora, Illinois, 7th in the MAC this season in rush yards, but again, was not healthy throughout the year, still playing with a broken wrist, and that really affected his game, Jay, because he could not use his stiff arm on his offhand.
Yeah, and just playing through pain and holding the ball security is tough. Everything with teams going, and you're basically falling that wrist every play. He's played through a lot of pain. He's still been very productive.
6 carries, 115 yards already in this game, and we get a flag comes in from the Western Michigan sideline. Just ahead of the snap.
Warning, Western Michigan. Center's moving the ball.
Raheem Anderson Jr. Kennesaw saying, come on.
Yeah.
We're having a hard time stopping you when you run the ball. You don't need to pick up an extra inch.
Yeah, give us a help. Come on, a little lift. I'll tell you what, Buckley, 829 yards coming into this ball game. He's going to have a chance to eclipse 1,000.
Buckley has it. Right tackle. He pops out over the 35. Missed tackle. 45-50. Foot races on 40. 35-30. 2 defenders chasing, and they're running down at the 12-yard line on a touchdown-saving tackle by Jericho Washington Jr. But Buckley is having himself an opening quarter.
Yeah, he's been amazing. He's having success on the right side of the line of scrimmage behind Dabo and Schuster. His right guard and right tackle. And a nice cut. Gets to the outside spin move, and then he's off. And he is in a groove right now. They just need to continue to give him the ball. He's hopping off the sideline, though. Looks like he's coming up gingerly.
Yeah, got a left ankle issue after he rips off 57 yards. 7 carries, 172 yards. 25 yards a pop for Buckley. Hopefully can get retaped and get back in there. As Jay mentioned, chasing 1,000 on the season. Handoff goes to Devin Miles. His first carry, he spins off a defender, shoddy tackling from Kennesaw State. He'll take the ball down to the 3. They had him, kind of spun him around, but couldn't get him to the ground.
Kennesaw State's defense has to be better at the point of attack.
First charge. 30 seconds. And link.
They're going to to take a defensive timeout here to try to stop the bleeding with 4:07 remaining here in the opening quarter, as Western Michigan has a 21-0 lead, and they'll have the ball first and goal on the Owl 4-yard line.
Mark Mattioli, the defensive coordinator for the Owls, I think making a wise decision here to regroup, give everybody a break here after they got gashed. And I think right now challenge this group. Right now, you're down 21-0. They're inside the 5-yard line. You've got to get a steam. You need a turnover. You got to force this offense into a field goal. But they need to be challenged to do a better job of being aggressive.
College football continues on Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio. A busy day for you today. Coming up next is the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl down in Tampa, North Carolina State, and Memphis. Kickoff coming up at 2:30 this afternoon on many of these same Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio stations. Well, win here for the Owls will be hold this to a field goal. I guess the positive side is if you're Kennesaw State, if you fall behind 24-0, we've still got a ton of football left. We're still 4 minutes plus in this opening quarter. Terrence Marshall goes in orbit motion, handoff right up the middle. And again, that's Miles crashing in there, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
Give us the Devin Miles
timeout there. Right, challenge those linebackers, and they were able to step up and make the stop as Barrett Hobson led the charge.
He's their leading tackler, and that's what you need is the veterans. He's a fifth-year senior, come up, make plays, and now it sets up a third down. This defense has to do it again and try to repeat that performance.
Lolo Matayola is now the running back. Shotgun sidecar to the left, wing to the left. Matayola gets the handoff, and he tries to crash inside, and two Owls are waiting on him, and they'll spin him down at the 3-yard line. 4th and goal upcoming. Good job there by Lon Jones, senior from Marietta, Georgia.
Western Michigan.
An offensive lineman who comes hobbling out, now takes a knee. It's Gavin Dabo, the redshirt freshman, right guard from Grove City, Ohio, is injured on the play, so they'll stop and check on him. Looks like the Broncos are going to go here, maybe. Actually got the first down. They were just, they had an opportunity to get the ball to the 3 and get the first down, and they did. So it's going to be 1st and goal on a reset of downs. Looking for the ultimate bowling experience? Discover everything you need at GoBowling.com. Find local bowling centers. Sharpen your skills with pro tips. Stay updated with the latest news and grab exclusive deals, whether you're a seasoned bowler or just playing for fun. Start the fun now. Visit GoBowling.com. Dabo being assisted to the sideline. Gets a round of applause from the Western Michigan fans here. Jay, we walked a lot this morning. A lot of fans out enjoying the pregame bowl festivities. They do a great job here at the Myrtle Beach Bowl. And again, Kennesaw have never been in a bowl before in Western Michigan. They've been in bowls, but they have not been on the winning side very often.
Yeah, and for them, an opportunity to come down here, travel from Michigan, and try to cap off this already special season the right way in their minds. And for Kennesaw State, about a 5-hour drive, their first bowl game, and they were out here in full force as well. This is a great setup here at the Myrtle Beach Bowl.
1st and goal from the 3. Broken eye left out of the shotgun, and here's a pass to the tight end in the flat. He'll walk in for the touchdown. Blake Bozma makes the catch. The Western Michigan punt returner, 5th-year senior, gets a touchdown catch on the season, and that is his first.
He does it all, and that's the second tight end touchdown catch in this game. And Bozma just rolled to the right side. Play action from Lowry. Looked like it was going to be a run up the middle. Lowry gets outside. That was just an easy toss out in the flat to Bozma.
Run for 200 yards in the opening quarter. Those play actions are going to work, and they did. Domsky is on. The extra point is up, and it is good. It's all Western. Actually pulled it to the left. No good. 2:38 to play. So Domsky misses on the PAT. So Kennesaw State just shell-shocked here in this opening quarter. Got off to a very rough start, gave up a 65-yard touchdown on the opening snap of the game. Then quarterback Odom got sacked, fumbled, and returned. So 3 plays in, they're down 14-0.
Just shocked. And right now, when you've got a huge deficit, how do you come back? How do you kind of chop into this lead and just keep fighting here? And it starts with your best players playing well. Amari Odom has to take over on this drive. And their mindset has to be, hey, let's just make it manageable going into the halftime break. This is an offense that's been good throughout the season. They score points in bunches. They go fast. They just haven't clicked. There hasn't been a rhythm yet.
As you mentioned, they like to go fast after first down, so they only got 2. So they've not been able to get those that ball.
And that's been an issue, and also the first down success. They like getting things going and having positive gains on first down, and there just really hasn't been any chunk plays on first downs for second and third and long situations.
Kickoff win aided, 2 yards deep into the end zone for the touchback. Again, we mentioned the wind, kind of a crosswind right now and swirling, and is playing, at least the Western kicker has had to deal with it, punter and place kicker. And Molly, it certainly is a windy day here.
And Travis, you mentioned how 35 miles per hour gusts, and it felt like that, honestly, and it feels like that did play a big impact in that PAT. So moving forward, we'll continue to see how and if these wind gusts do continue to play an impact for either of these teams.
All right, Odom, shotgun sidecar, wing to the left, takes the snap, looks left, now right, has time, dumps it over the middle, and it's caught at linebacker depth, and fighting forward is Chase Belcher, the running back, out of the backfield. Takes it forward to the 33-yard line for a gain of 8.
And Travis, that's a great point Molly made about the wind, and I think for Kennesaw State's offense, instead of going with the deep passing plays, you've got to go the short passes to try to get the rhythm.
Here's a handoff to Belcher. He'll weave his way to the 43-yard line and pick up the first down on a gain of 10. For Chase Belcher, 418 yards on the season. Had a career-high 113 yards against UTEP this season. Motion. Bullock, the tight end, across the formation. Here's a run over the 50, and Belcher again is going to be ankle tackled at the 44-yard line. But another first down, and Kennesaw State now starting to get it rolling here a little bit offensively.
Yeah, this is the offense that we've seen throughout the year. This offense that can run it and throw it, be very balanced.
Odom stands in the pocket. Now he runs forward, trying to navigate. We got a late flag. That's going to be a holding penalty.
Flag on the play.
All right, so the hold. We'll take it back 10 yards. Previous spot. Kennesaw State will get the down over. Yeah, you make a great point because their home run hitter is Gabriel Vinyard. And again, with this wind, it's hard to navigate because, again, it's at times it's blowing at the back of Kennesaw State. Other times it's a crosswind. To even change directions and has been in their face at times. It's an adjustment for both quarterbacks. And, certainly Western Michigan's got the run game going, so advantage them. Odom is ready on 1st and 23. Ball back at the Owl 44-yard line.
And Charles, I think it can affect the wide receivers, too, trying to catch the ball. When it's swirling like that, it's difficult to maintain the possession.
And right now it's all about the Western Michigan defensive line. Fake the hand sweep, and Odom tries to keep it on a read, and he is snowed under back at the 43-yard line. Loss of 3 on the play.
This is a group without Dame Tucker, their All-American candidate, 14.5 sacks. He's not playing today. At the beginning of the broadcast, we talked about where's the production going to be. Well, it's been collective. Everybody's been flying to the ball.
Yeah, Rodney McGraw had the strip sack, and that time Kershawn Fisher got the TFL. Second down and 25 for the Owls. Odom takes the snap, rolls, throws a BB to the 50-yard line. Tackled immediately. That's Vinyard on the catch. Giving forward lean down to the 49, but it's still a third down and long upcoming.
Third down.
With under 40 seconds on a rolling clock to play here in the opening quarter. 27-0. Western Michigan on top of Kennesaw State.
I think here for the Owls, 3rd and medium, you you've got to consider going for it if you don't pick it up with where we're at right now. The momentum's on the other side. I'd get Odom out of the pocket here with the run-pass option.
3rd and 15, snap back to Odom. It's going to be a screen pass to the left, and the blocking not developing as Brandon Best, the left guard, couldn't get out there quick enough to get the block that Coleman Bennett needed. So it's a short gain of only a yard. And Kennesaw State will look at a 4th and about 14, and they're going to have the quarter change over to discuss it. End of 1 here from the Myrtle Beach Bowl. All Western Michigan, the Broncos, with an outstanding opening quarter, and they lead this game 27-0. End of 1 for the Myrtle Beach Bowl, presented by Engine. Now this from Coca-Cola.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric, and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Tim, I'm receiving an important update.
Ooh, are you getting night vision?
No, I just found out you could get $200 with Navy Federal Credit Union when you refinance your auto loans from another lender.
So, no night vision?
No night vision.
Learn more at NavyFederal.org/auto loans. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Credit and collateral subject to approval. Refinance loan must be at least $5,000 to be eligible for the $200. Terms and conditions apply.
If your child experiences a burn, Shriners Children's is here with world-renowned burn care. The same doctors who innovate procedures for the most serious burn cases are ready with the most advanced treatments for pediatric burn injuries, no matter the degree. Best of all, our care is provided regardless of a family's ability to pay or insurance status. Visit us at shrinerschildrens.org to see why we're the place to turn for any burn. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
Right after turkey and through the new year, it's bowl season today. From big city lights to cold, snowy nights, it's bowl season today. Our gridiron dreams bring us here for our teams, where the fans tailgate and we all celebrate that it's bowl season today. Happy bowl season, everybody.
Hoppy Kercheval and Brad Howe in the Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio Studios. Brad, we broadcast a lot of bowl games. Rarely have we seen the kind of first quarter that Western Michigan had.
Jalen Buckley is putting on the best and most impressive individual performance in bowl season so far. 172 yards rushing here in just the first quarter.
Amazing. Coming up at the half, we'll have highlights in the first half, or the Buckley Show. That's probably what it'll be, the Buckley Show. And look ahead to our 2 other bowl games later today, including Alabama and Oklahoma in the CFP. Now back to Conway, South Carolina. Windy Conway. Here again, Jay, Molly, and Travis. Travis?
Thanks a lot, Hoppy. Start of the second quarter is the Buckley Bowl, that's what we'll call the Myrtle Beach Buckley Bowl. Jalen injured, however, on his final carry. Spotted him down on the Western bench. Hopefully available to come back in as Kennesaw State ready to punt the ball back. And what can you say about Western Michigan? I mean, this team came dialed in. We watched these teams warm up and take the field. You could tell that the Broncos were excited to be in this opportunity coming off a MAC championship. They're trying to become the first ever Western Michigan team to win a conference championship and a bowl game in the same season.
Yeah, they've been excited all week coming down here to Myrtle Beach earlier on this week. They've been very focused. They've had great practices, and you could tell the energy down on the field that they're ready to go. Sometimes you go down there and guys aren't maybe focused or they're playing around. Sometimes you see teams locked in, and Western Michigan definitely was.
Josh Hewitt on the punt. Snap is back, and he will run forward and boot it. That ball gets up into the wind and dies. It'll be caught at the 8-yard line. And that's where Western Michigan will take over, facing their worst field position of this first half, leading 27-0. For more on Buckley and his status, let's check in with Molly.
Yeah, Buckley was over, Travis. You mentioned how he limped off the field. He did find himself in the medical tent. He was then on the sideline. Trainers were looking at his left knee. He did some squats, hops on the sidelines. Then he proceeded to jog with trainers watching. He did mention how it hurts more when he accelerates. The trainers kind of continue to look at it. So something to continue to monitor, but looks like he'll still be out there for at least the remainder of this game.
Devin Miles will come out. Offensively, fully loaded gun. 1st and 10, ball at the 8-yard line. And a clap of the hands will bring motion across. Jaden Grimes of Kennesaw State came across, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty on the Owls. He'll be Dunlap will check in, making his 50th career start here today in the Myrtle Beach Bowl for Kennesaw State.
Gavin Dabo still out of the ball game. The right guard, John Hoffer, inserted in to take his place. So you've got Buckley out and starting right guard out as well. We'll see how this defense adjusts.
1st and 5. New line of scrimmage, the 14-yard line. Twins out to the left. And a delayed give to Miles. And he's a little scat back, and he'll push the pile out to the 17-yard line. Buckley's the pounder. Miles fleet of foot, 357 yards, 105 against Northern Illinois earlier this season. Danville, Illinois. 2nd down and 2 for head coach Lance Taylor and their offensive coordinator Walt Bell. Western 7-1 in the MAC. They beat the Red Hawks of Miami, Ohio in the MAC championship 23-13 a couple of weeks back. And off again goes to Miles, and he gets into the mush and is taken down at the 18-yard line. Pick up a yard on the play. About 3rd down and 1 for Western, and they have done just about everything perfectly in this game. 1 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but converted the 4th, so they have yet to have to punt the football.
This rushing success has primarily been with the backs, but Brock Lowry, 140 yards on the ground coming into this game, only has 1 carry. So the Owls defense has to be aware of the zone read with Lowry.
Yeah, Lowry has attempted 2 passes, and they both went for touchdowns. So here is a 3rd and short handoff and a 1st down run out to the 32-yard line. And here comes Mataoli. And she'll convert the 1st down to the 32 as the Broncos move the sticks.
Now, there was room to run up front, then a missed tackle, and Mataoli just kind of stayed patient and then got through the hole and then turned it on to the outside. And that's a backbreaker for a defense trying to get off the field.
Right now, it's a dream running behind this offensive line.
They're playing well.
Who they put in at running back, it's been successful. 16 carries, 212 yards as a team. Motion across the formation and a hand sweep to Williams. And Talik trying to get to the outside. He gets lassoed on the far sideline at the 37-yard line, but a good gain on 1st down on that hand sweep. Trying to pound it up inside and then get you on the edge. Ethan Tukes chased him down on the far side. It's a gain of 5, 2nd down and 5.
The defense rotating players in and out almost after every play, trying to keep that front 7 fresh and trying to find some success, but it's just been too easy, making it manageable situations on 2nd and 3rd down for the offense.
Lowry takes the snap. It is back, gives the ball up the middle to Miles. He breaks a tackle, runs forward, and will be finally spun over the 45 to the 46-yard line. And that'll be another 1st down.
When you have an offense that's running the ball at such a high level, if you're Walt Bell, just keep running the ball. Wear this defense out. Even though we're into this 2nd quarter, this defense right now, hands on their hips, things are not going well. They're not getting penetration. I would continue to impose your will on the ground.
This is not a mirage. This is the 2nd best rushing team in the Mid-American Conference, 22nd overall, but they are at peak performance in this one. Lowry boots out and is going to have to throw it away. Had heat in the kitchen. And Donovan Westmoreland, the rush backer, was in hot pursuit. Lowry throws his first incompletion of the afternoon after 2 straight. 11:32, clock stop, 2nd down 10.
Mark Mattioli, the defensive coordinator for Kennesaw State, said enough is enough. He was sick of seeing his defense get run on. He brought a corner blitz, loaded things up, and forced it now to a 2nd and long situation. There's been too much success on 1st down.
2nd down and 10. Western Michigan has really not been in a pass down yet. They'll keep it on the ground here on 2nd and 10. run Miles forward, and he's going to stumble after a little crease that closes quickly to the 48-yard line. Pickup of a couple. Initial stop by Jaden Grimes of Kennesaw State, and it's going to be 3rd down and 8. And you would think a pass down for Western Michigan, but maybe not.
Yeah, with them, you don't know because they have so much success running the ball, not only in this game already, of course, but throughout the year. When teams think it's a pass, they still will run it. That's their tendency. If I'm the Owls, I'm being aggressive. I'm bringing the blitz and loading things up. Here it comes.
Cade Conley comes in motion, the tight end. Here comes the blitz. Lowry's hit, gets rid of it, incomplete, falls in the right flat, intended for Conley. As quickly in on the quarterback was Grimes to hit him initially, and Cody Jones, the nickelback, came on a fire, and they will get Lowry down, and Western Michigan's punter will come out of the field for the first time.
The danger of bringing the blitz is one-on-one coverage on the outside. You could get gashed, but what's there to lose for the Owls? You're down 27-0. I like the aggressive nature there, forcing that errant throw and making Lowry make a bad decision.
Ryan Milmore is on for the punt, has the wind at his back and gets off a rocket shot. It's a wobbler, and that ball will hit, and it is going to go out of bounds. Nope, touchback. Looked like the official was going to mark it inside the 1, but it went over the pylon and out of the end zone for the touchback. As Milmore definitely liked that wind on that punt as he got off a rocket shot, but loses 20 on the net. 52-yard punt, 10:39 remaining until halftime. This is the 2025 Myrtle Beach Bowl presented by Engine with the score. Western Michigan 27, Kennesaw State nothing. Now this from Hell of a Good Dip.
This season, the action isn't just on the field. It's in every game day spread. Hell of a Good dips bring bold flavor to every watch party. Made for dunking, scooping, and celebrating every big play. Find Hell of a Good in stores near you and follow on Instagram at Hell of a Good Dips. Start dipping with Hell of a Good.
Wake up, scroll, eat, school, work, TV, podcast, eat, scroll, sleep, rinse, repeat. We've all been there, stuck in the same routine, day in and day out. But in the U.S. Air Force, you can put an end to this endless cycle. With over 200 career options at bases across the entire globe, your exciting future starts here. To learn more and get started, go to airforce.com. Aim high.
During bowl season, every team is the away team, and that's exactly who Engine was built for. Whether you're traveling for a big game, big meeting, or your big brother's wedding, if you're traveling in numbers, Engine's on your side. We're the all-in-one platform for group travel that makes every road trip simpler and more affordable, giving you an away team advantage for every away game on the calendar. So to all 82 teams and millions of fans traveling this bowl season, safe travels and may the best road team win. Book travel at engine.com.
Today's cup of Scooter's coffee was sweatily earned in one trip from the car to the apartment door. You knew it could be done. Had to be. 2 trips just aren't your style. This time, 23 grocery bags, gym bag, and takeout? A new personal best. Even got the mail on the way in. 4 flights of stairs? Feeling in your fingers? Who needs it? Not you. So enjoy that delicious cup of Scooter's coffee, you one-trip wonder. Scooter's coffee. You earned it.
10:39 to play until halftime. 27-0 Western Michigan. Kennesaw State with the ball back offensively. Amari Odom, their quarterback, 4 of 8, 33 yards. They've rushed for 40 in this first half of play, but only been able to string together a handful of first downs. And you really got to give credit to Western Michigan's defense. They've come to play.
Yeah, they've done a nice job. Their pass coverage has been there, making it difficult in the passing game to complete passes, and they've kept Odom in the pocket where he does damage is when he can pick it up with his legs or throw on the run, and they've corralled him, and their offense has held on to the ball, and the Owls just haven't been able to convert.
Jerry Mack, haven't mentioned him, Conference USA Coach of the Year, has done an outstanding job in his first season. They won 2 games last year. Come this year, win 10 this year. One of the best seasons in program history, becoming just the second, hoping to become just the second Kennesaw State team to win 11 games in a single season. Handoff goes to Coleman Bennett. He'll pick up a couple. And Mac's an impressive guy, great resume. Was the Jacksonville Jaguars running back coach in 2024. Spent some time at North Carolina Central as their head coach at the FCS level. Tennessee Titans, Rice offensive coordinator, also stops at South Alabama and Memphis. Second down and 7. Odom play action, going to swing it out. Pass is caught by a receiver in the flat and taken down to the 21-yard line. Pulled in by Clayton Kopic, and he is tackled immediately by Josh Franklin, the left side corner. Loss of a yard on the play, 3rd down and 7.
There's been too many 3rd and longs. 3rd and 7 here, and this has been an uncomfortable situation because of the defensive pressure the Broncos have brought. That's without Tucker. So this is one here where I think Odom, again, has to get outside and find a way to extend this play.
0 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. Odom takes the snap. Here comes Heat. It's blocked up well. He rolls the pocket out to the right, fires deep, and just sails it over the head of Binyard, who is bracketed out near midfield.
They're just putting themselves in tough positions where the defense knows they've got to throw it, and there has to be more success on 1st and 2nd down. And this is an offense that isn't used to being stopped. I mean, they're not used to having a goose egg up there midway through this second quarter, and this defense has come ready to play.
You said it. Average 34 points per game in Conference USA play, tops in the league. And right now, they're just having trouble stringing together first downs. Josh Hewitt will punt, and it's blocked, and it's going to bound out of bounds at the 15-yard line. And it looked like coming in was Braden Steele to get that special teams block. So Western Michigan leading 27-0. They get the punt block.
Everything going right, and he goes right up the middle. Steele clean off the foot, and now his offense, who doesn't need help right now, is going to get the ball with outstanding field position at the 14.
Yep, 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Buckley remains on the sideline. Devin Miles will again come in. 6 carries, 24 yards as a part of that 228 yards on the ground this first half for the Broncos. Play action. Lowry looking for the kill shot. Dumps it over the middle. Pass is caught inside the 10, rumbling to the 8-yard line. Pulled in by Blake Bozeman, who has a touchdown catch, his first of the season in this opening half. We'll have the ball after about a 7-yard gain. A scrape route over the middle for the tight end from Holland, Michigan. 6'3", 245-pound, fifth-year senior.
3 completions. All have been to the tight ends out on that right flat. It was a misdirection with Bozema coming across the formation.
Bozema lines up, double tight to the left, twins to that side as well. Miles blocks for Lowry. He looks, throws back of the end zone, is going to sail it out of bounds. We've got a couple flags down, actually a couple helmets off, and now a flag down. And Kennesaw State is going to be tagged here on a 15-yard penalty, as Tylen Dunlap removed the helmet of John Hoffer, the left guard. Personal foul is the call on Kennesaw State. And that'll be half the distance and an automatic first down.
And you've got to be disciplined there. And right now, the Owls just uncharacteristic with their mistakes, and now this penalty, undisciplined play. And, this ball going well past the end zone. He was just thrown away, Lowry was. But there was an excellent block from Devin Miles. That just shows how physical this whole team has been early on in this game. He was there trying to stop the pass rush. His helmet flew off, but he stood his ground, and this whole team has showed their toughness.
1st and goal, ball at the 4-yard line. Lowry's ready, takes the snap, hands the ball off, and stumbling forward, Jalen Buckley is back in. He gets that carry, and we'll take it down to the 2-yard line. 2nd down and goal.
That was a zone read, Travis, and Buckley gets the ball, but that edge was collapsing down on Buckley. If Lowry read that, and they run it again, he's going to have an easy path into the end zone. So we'll see if the coaching staff and Walt Bell saw those ends crashing down in the running game, clearing out the edge.
All right, Miles back in, Buckley back to the sideline. Wing to the left. Miles straight give up the middle, and he will take it in for the Bronco touchdown. Third rushing touchdown in this first half for the Broncos of Western Michigan. Devin Miles with his third touchdown of the season, and it is all gold and brown, 33-0.
Hoffer and Schuster, the right guard and right tackle, cleared the path. Michael Bressa, the tight end, came across the formation with the kick-out block. Another easy touchdown for this offense.
All right, Palmer Domsky, who missed his last extra point, will kick his first one at the post to the right in this game. Snap back, hold down, kick is up, and that one is good. That was a hell of a good extra point from Palmer Domsky. Find hell of a good dips in stores near you. 7:45 to play until halftime. 34-0 Western Michigan. You're listening to Coca-Cola Bowl season radio coverage of the 2025 Myrtle Beach Bowl presented by Engine.
He's going to heave one deep down the field. And it's caught. It's a touchdown.
There's nothing like that moment when your team clenches a win. Bragging rights, the electric feel of the crowd, your fight song filling the stands. Whether it's Friday night lights or waking up on Saturday ready to tailgate, or the hours of excitement of watching games on Sunday. Football means tradition. It's synonymous with the fall. Whether you played, cheered, performed in the band, or just like to try your hand at armchair quarterbacking, the feeling of game day never ends. Imagine life without football? You can't. And why would you want to? Football is a powerful motivator for all who take part. Football matters in our lives.
What a finish! I can't believe we witnessed that today.
Join the community and celebrate the game. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Football Matters.
Aisleseats.com is your source for tickets to all types of events, sports, concerts, theater, and virtually anything else that takes a ticket. If your event is sold out or you can't get the quality of seats that you're looking for, that is what we specialize in. Great seats to the hottest events. We can also help if you're on a budget. Many tickets are priced below face value. Best of all, Aisleseats.com has none of the service charges that other sites are famous for. The price you see is what you get. Visit Aisleseats.com. That's aisle with an A. AISLESEATS.com.
Wake up, scroll, eat, school, work, TV, podcast, eat, scroll, sleep, rinse, repeat. We've all been there, stuck in the same routine, day in and day out. But in the U.S. Air Force, you can put an end to this endless cycle. With over 200 career options at bases across the entire globe, your exciting future starts here. To learn more and get started, go to airforce.com. Aim high.
This is the Myrtle Beach Bowl presented by Engine from Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio.
7:45 to play until halftime. Western Michigan leads Kennesaw State in the Myrtle Beach Bowl 34-0. Bowl-bound teams bring their best, so should you. Nothing says game day like bowl-worthy taste of Hampton Farms peanuts. Bring the flavor, bring the tradition. Hampton Farms, the official peanut of bowl season. Available in your favorite grocer's produce section. Let's get nutty. Now, Molly Cotton, one sideline, certainly enjoying this bowl experience more than the other at this point.
Yes, and that is putting it lightly there for Kennesaw State and Western Michigan. Look, at this point, Kennesaw State's just kind of throwing up their arms, to be quite frank with you guys, shaking their head, saying, you know, we got to keep playing. There's not much more we can do other than just fight and keep playing. As for Western Michigan, you guys have talked about really the discipline that they've showed out there on the field, and I got to give it to them. You know, it's easy to kind of throw out those cliches here on the sidelines, but they truly have come out and backed it up. Focus, one play, one life, keep elevating. That's what they're echoing along the sidelines, and you're continuing to see that here late in this first half.
Hunter Smith on the kickoff for the Broncos. Hits that wind, will be returnable. Ball caught at the 5-yard line over the 10-15 and running into his own blocker down at the 17-yard line. The Owls return him. Big collision there. Friendly fire was taken at the 10, and a great job just to hang on the ball for Davis Bryson.
And Travis Molly was discussing the discipline and how it's pretty much different on both sides. And 4 penalties for Kennesaw State, 0 for Western Michigan. So it's evident there. And right now, Kennesaw State just nothing clicking. They need to be more disciplined, but they need to create some spark plays.
Mario Odom motions Bullock, the tight end, out to the flat, and whistle stop play, pointing going on both sides. Officials will check on and communicate who moved first. And it's going to be on Western Michigan, so that'll be their first initial penalty of this game with 7:38 to play until halftime, 5-yard variety.
I was just complimenting them on their disciplined play, and then they jump off sides on me. But that's a good job by Amari Odom with the hard count to get the penalty.
Kennesaw State from Kennesaw, Georgia, 51,000 their enrollment this season. So large school, pass caught far side at the 26-yard line for Odom as they fight for the ball at the bottom of the pile. Going to be a 5-yard gain out towards the lead stick. And as they unpile it, another big collision there. Christian Moss made the catch. Mark it after a 4-yard gain. Second down and a yard. Kennesaw State just 4 first downs in this first half. Closing in on 7 minutes to play. Odom with Chase Belcher in the backfield. Second down and a yard. Gives it to Belcher, and he crashes up the middle and will have the first down as he gets to the 29-yard line.
Belcher's been the one bright spot for this offense, averaging over 8 yards per carry in this game. They're trying to feed him, give him carries. Again, they've got to find success on first down to help move the chains.
Tate Halleck on the tackle, and here's a run. Scramble to the outside. Scooting out of bounds is Odom. He'll have it right to the 30-yard line, so got back to the lead stick. Second down and 10 as Odom has been bottled up. 376 yards rushing, 7 touchdowns on the season. Made his first start in week 3 against Merrimack and never relinquished the starting position. Dexter Williams Jr. started the season. The transfer from Indiana and Georgia Southern, he opted out for the bowl game. There's a check down, pass caught out to the 36-yard line. That's Gerald Bullock Jr., the tight end. And he'll be nudged out at the 35. We'll leave him about 5 yards short of the first down on third down. May have a marker down also at the end of the play.
Tackle made by Setlaim.
For Odom, 6 interceptions on the year. He's protected the football well. No picks, though, the last 3 games. So he's done a really nice job of managing situations and making good decisions here later on in the season.
No flag, third down and 5 from the 35-yard line. Owls still looking for their first third down conversion. 0-4. Odom, play action, dumps it over the middle, and the pass is broken up, incomplete. Trying to hit Kopic, and it was knocked away by Josh Franklin.
Travis, this is about as good as it gets in coverage from Josh Franklin. He jumped in front and knocked it down with his right hand, but kept that left hand off the shoulder. That is picture perfect coverage for a secondary player, not getting the penalty, but jumping in front to dislodge the ball.
4th punt of this first half for Josh Hewitt. 40-yard average, long of 42, and this one into that wind, and it's a knuckleballer, and a great job coming up by Bozeman, the tight end, to make the fair catch and secure it at the 34-yard line with 5:30 remaining until halftime. And Western Michigan in complete control of this game, leading 34-0. You're listening to Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio, home of the 2025 Myrtle Beach Bowl, presented by Engine.
In 1917, Agnes and Herbert Greer recognized a need for high-quality cold-rolled strip steel. Their solution? They founded Greer Steel and built a state-of-the-art manufacturing facility to produce the highest quality strip steel available. The company was built one customer at a time. It was built with true relationships. Today, Greer Steel not only remains a leader in the industry, but as an extraordinary resource for clients that demand more efficient production, which increases their profit. With a long reputation as an innovator, the Dover, Ohio mill is home laser matte finisher, the only unit of its kind in the United States, plus a gold standard metallurgical lab. I'm John Racy, president of Greer Steel, and Agnes and Herbert Greer were my grandparents. We make steel that will meet your requirements and exceed your expectations. To learn more, visit us at GreerSteel.com.
There's been a change in the world of healthcare and in how you'll find your next job. Technology has made it possible. If you're planning your next career move, temporary contract, staff position, a local assignment, or even per diem shifts, look to Staff DNA. You can see all jobs with pay and full details in one place with no need to register. Plus, customize the pay to suit you and your family's needs right in the app with no recruiter needed. Staff DNA, the #1 app for finding healthcare jobs. Download it now.
Right after turkey and through the new year, it's bowl season today. From big city lights to cold, snowy nights, it's bowl season today. Our gridiron dreams bring us here for our teams, where the fans tailgate and we all celebrate that it's bowl season today. Happy bowl season, everybody.
You're in Coca-Cola Bowl season. Now back to the Myrtle Beach Bowl, presented by Engine.
Happy Friday, 34-0. Western Michigan leading Kennesaw State. Thanks for joining us for the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Our crew here in Conway, Travis Jones along with former East Carolina standout Jay Sonhalter, Molly Cotton on the sideline, Tim Sparks, our engineer in charge, Deegan Sparks, on-field sound coordinator, and Alex Hayden is our producer here this afternoon in Conway. All right, 34-0. Ball back in play. Western back to work. On a 1st and 10. Buckley, 8 carries, 174 yards on the afternoon. And a loose football. They're diving after it as it was stripped away. And Kennesaw State says they have it. The officials agree at the 46-yard line. So first big break for the Owls with 5:20 to play until halftime, as Jones comes up with the recovery.
The Owls needed something good to happen. Nothing has gone their way. Good job getting that ball and regaining possession as Lowry puts it on the ground. There's a big hit. The defense swarmed over. Now the offense gets a second chance here with this field position.
Now Lowry went to dive over a defender, and the ball hit right on the helmet of that diving defender. That was Jericho Washington Jr., who got the knockaway.
First down, Kennesaw State.
And the recovery was made by Kennesaw State. All right, 1st and 10. Can the Owls capitalize on the quick change? 5:20 remaining until halftime. Odom back to pass. Flushed out, running to the left, throws against his body, and the pass is intercepted on a diving pickoff at the 26-yard line. Picked off on the play by Antonio Stevens.
They give it right back. And Odom on the flood route goes over, is scanning the coverage, and just misreads it, and the ball sails on him as he's getting away from the pass rush. He throws it over.
Yeah, Tate Halleck.
Yeah, and it just sails on him.
Caught it right at turf level. And Kennesaw State gives it right back. So Halleck, the transfer from Michigan State, gets his 3rd interception of the season. All right, 1st and 10, ball at the 26-yard line. Motion across the formation and a hand sweep. Trying to get around the edge is Williams. Second time he's carried the ball today. He cannot. He's taken down at the 24-yard line. So good job there by the Owls after the quick change to come over and make the tackle and get a TFL in the process.
This defense has given up 244 yards, but you've got to have a short memory. You have to reset, and I think at this point, just sell out, force the Broncos to throw the ball, and just go for the run every single play. Try to get penetration in the backfield and beat blocks up front.
Second Kennesaw State turnover in this first half. The first one resulted directly in a touchdown. 2 rushing, 2 passing, 1 defensive score for Western Michigan. Here's a deep out. The pass is thrown incomplete. Malik Dudon was the intended target out the 30-yard line. And again, Lowry not having to throw a whole lot today because of the run game, but just 3 of 6, 13 yards. But 2 of those completions were for touchdowns.
And this offense has been fine. You know, they're good throwing the ball, but their strength is running the ball. Now, you've got a huge lead, so you're not going to have to throw it if you don't want to. But on second and third and long situations, that has to be the goal for this defense. I expect them again to bring pressure.
They're down at 12. Bozeman, the tight end, comes in motion. They're going to run with Miles. Miles dances in the hole, and the defender grabs a hold of him, waits for help. And he's down at the 29-yard line. Jones again was first on the scene, and Elliot Jones just hung on, and 3 more Owls came to help him down. Off the 29, so the turnover does not hurt Kennesaw State. Good, decent field position here after the punt from Ryan Milmore. His second punt of the afternoon, again, has been kicking here into a stiff breeze in the second quarter, although the wind has died down just a little bit here as he awaits the snap. And it's back. And Milmore boots it. It's off a beauty. Coming to the near sideline. It's going to go out of bounds as Benyard watches it hit. And the officials will step it out at around the 28-yard line. And Kennesaw State with 3:32 remaining here in the opening quarter. We'll go back to work, but we got a marker down. Situated down at the 47-yard line. Kennesaw State, first ever bowl game. They're just one of 9 teams to qualify for a bowl in their second year in the transition from FCS to FBS. They got a hands to the face call on Western Michigan. They'll tack on 15 yards from the end of the punt.
Pretty impressive what Kennesaw State has done through their progression, moving from FCS to FBS, and how quick they've had success. Brian Brohanen, their former coach, had a lot of success. Jerry Mack comes into the program now and quickly turns this program around in year 1.
Well, you mentioned the program started in 2015 from scratch, and they've won 82 games, 43 losses since then, so kind of hit the ground running at the FCS level and had great success at that level. Now moving up into FBS. First down run of about 3 yards. Odom play actions on second down, going fast, throws it to Benyard, and it's incomplete as he missed him by a step up the near sideline as Javarius Sims was in step-for-step coverage. Third down and 7.
This is a program that should continue to have success in the future. Right outside of Atlanta, great recruiting in Georgia in their area. They did a really good job identifying talent coming in. There was a lot of guys from the portal, over 40 that Jerry Mack came in year 1. He identified it, he developed it, he brought them together, and that's really what created the special year.
As you and I talked, they really changed the offense completely from their inception. They were more of a power run team. Here's Odom. Runs forward, 45, 50, first down, 45, breaks to the outside, and he'll scoot out of bounds at the 42-yard line, give him the 41. That'll stop the clock, but we got whistles blowing back behind the play. Looks like this is going to come back on a hold. So hold on the offensive line. JT Pennington, the right guard. So Odom finally got some running room, was able to scamper for a 20-yard rush, but it's coming back on a holding penalty.
Kershawn Fisher was held just tackled in the backfield. That's what allowed Odom time to get outside. But when something good happens, it seems like something bad happens and just fall right back now into a 3rd and long.
Yeah, killer. Not only do you wipe out the big game, but now you're in a 3rd and 21. And again, whistles blow. And a timeout going to be taken by the Broncos defensively. 2:55 remaining until halftime. Western leading 34-0 here in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Western Michigan trying to win just their third bowl game in program history. They've been to 13 bowls. Their last win occurred in the 2021 Quick Lane Bowl in Detroit at Ford Field as they defeated the Wolfpack in Nevada.
It's pretty impressive what they've done this season, getting to this point with 9 wins. Early on in the season, started off 0-3. Now, they played really good teams at Michigan State, North Texas, who was outstanding in the American, and then Illinois. So they played good competition, but still, you're looking at 0-3 record, and then they've reeled off the rest of these ball games with only one more loss and really gotten on a hot streak and come into their own. They found their quarterback and really built their identity with strong defense in their running game.
They're down 21. Odom has them to the line, takes the snap, surveys right, comes back left under pressure, throws it late, and it is caught at the 34-yard line, but tackled immediately after that completion to Javon Rogers, and that'll be a short gain to the 36 as it was defensed well on the play. And again, Tate Hallett, who has played a terrific second quarter, had the interception, couple of tackles, holds that to no gain. It's 4th and 21.
He was in perfect position coming up from his safety position. Kershawn Fisher, their defensive end opposite of Tucker, who's out today, applied the pressure.
Got heat again on the punt. Hewitt does get it away. It hits the air and the wind, and it immediately slams down to the turf at the 34-yard line and goes out of bounds. So 2:12 left. For Western Michigan, they do have a pair of timeouts and the 2-minute stoppage here, and they're in complete control, leading 34-0. Broncos, 24 carries, 246 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, a couple of throwing scores, and a defensive score, and a big lead.
They've dominated time of possession over 15 minutes. They've had the big plays on the ground. Their special teams have won. So they played complete to this point in all 3 phases.
A double tight to the left, including Michael Brescia. Transfer from Colgate. Going to bring motion across the formation and hand the ball off, and that is Avion Chenault who runs it, and he'll get forward lean out to the 36-yard line before he's driven backwards. And a timeout going to be taken here. Actually, 2-minute timeout, so we'll get an official stoppage on the clock. At the 2-minute timeout with the score, Western Michigan 34, Kennesaw State nothing at the Myrtle Beach Bowl, presented by Engine. More bowl season after this from Navy Federal Credit Union.
Tim, I'm receiving an important update.
Ooh, are you getting night vision?
No, I just found out you could get $200 with Navy Federal Credit Union when you refinance your auto loans from another lender.
So no night vision?
No night vision.
Learn more at NavyFederal.org/auto loans. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Credit and collateral subject to approval. Refinance loan must be at least $5,000 to be eligible for the $200. Terms and conditions apply.
Wake up, scroll, eat, school, work, TV, podcast, eat, scroll, sleep, rinse, repeat. We've all been there, stuck in the same routine, day in and day out. But in the U.S. Air Force, you can put an end to this endless cycle. With over 200 career options at bases across the entire globe, your exciting future starts here. To learn more and get started, go to airforce.com. Aim high.
In 1917, Agnes and Herbert Greer recognized a need for high-quality cold-rolled strip steel. Their solution? They founded Greer Steel and built a state-of-the-art manufacturing facility to produce the highest quality strip steel available. The company was built one customer at a time. It was built with true relationships. Today, Greer Steel not only remains a leader in the industry, but is an extraordinary resource for clients that demand more efficient production, which increases their profit. With a long reputation as an innovator, the Dover, Ohio mill is home to the Laser Matte Finisher, the only unit of its kind in the United States, plus a gold standard metallurgical lab. I'm John Racy, president of Greer Steel, and Agnes and Herbert Greer were my grandparents. We make steel that will meet your requirements and exceed your expectations. To learn more, visit us at GreerSteel.com.
Hoppy Kercheval in the Bowl Season Radio Studios coming up at the half. Highlights from the first half, and there are a bunch for Western Michigan. And Brad will break down the upcoming bowl games and set up the college football playoffs, including the big one tonight. Now back to the Myrtle Beach Bowl with Jay, Molly, and Travis. Travis?
All right, thanks a lot, Hop. 34-0 Western Michigan with the ball. Their timeouts at their own 36-yard line and the big lead. Jaden Buckley was headed towards a massive afternoon today. 8 carries, 174 yards and a touchdown, but an ankle injury has limited him in the second quarter, just 1 carry. Miles remains in at running back. He sets up to the right of the quarterback, Lowry. Gets the handoff, and he rumbles to the left side and runs into the waiting arms of the big defensive tackle, Adam Watkins, 6 foot, 303, fifth-year senior from Georgia, makes the tackle. We'll mention all Conference USA for that big fellow this season. Gain of a couple. 3rd down and 8 upcoming, and a timeout taken here to stop play with 1:55 remaining.
And Travis, for Buckley, came into this ball game sitting at 829 yards on the season. 174 today. We'll see if he comes back, but he hit that milestone.
Yeah, got 1,000 yards on the season. So, well, I tell you what, you talk about the end of his year. If he doesn't carry the ball again today, 174 after a $193 put up in the MAC championship game against Miami of Ohio. So pretty good end of the season. And it kind of leads you into what is the challenge now for these group of 5 schools. You got Lowry coming back next year. You got Buckley's a redshirt junior. Can you hang on to these guys next year?
Well, and that's a challenge with every program here that's sitting in a similar position to Western Michigan. And for the Broncos here, these guys having good ends of the seasons. Other schools are watching them. You've got to secure your talent, keep them here, and hope they're enjoying their experience being a Bronco.
Lowry to throw. Is going to throw underneath. Paul Cott, 42-yard line. Bozeman with a catch. 2 yards short, so Kennesaw State is going to take their final timeout here. Try to get the ball back with 1:48 to play. Now the Owls going a little 2 for 1 here, perhaps, as again they will get the ball here. They get the ball to start the third quarter. They're trying to work their way back into at least trying to make this game interesting here. 34-0 Western Michigan on top. Minor college football continues next on Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio. Coming up at 2:30 Eastern, we'll head down to the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Bill Roth and John Denon will have the call for North Carolina State and Memphis coming up at 2:30 this afternoon on many of these same stations.
The wind hasn't died down. It's still gusting here, Travis. You wonder sometimes kind of slows, goes from 35 to maybe 20 or 15. It stayed at 35, if not more, throughout this first half.
Yeah, we've got 7 students with their shirts off. This has become a growing tradition in college football this season.
A new tradition.
It grows through the game. More guys will. But I don't know if it's as effective when it's 60 degrees when you take your shirt off.
Yeah. Doesn't have the same effect.
All right, here's the punt from Milmore. And again, non-returnable. He's done a great job keeping those punts away from Gabriel Benyard, who is very dangerous. He has 2 punt return touchdowns this season. 1:43 to play, and Molly getting a sunburn and a windburn here today.
And I'm getting a little misted on the sidelines, as Kennesaw State actually brought their misting fan. So who knew? December 19th, that's the joy, fellas, of having a bowl game in Conway, South Carolina in the middle of December. You got Mr. Fans. It could be worse. It could be worse.
I think that was a little optimistic move on their part. Not quite that warm here. All right, shotgun sidecar. Odom back to work. No timeouts. He'll start with a run play on this 2-minute exercise and take the ball out to the 23-yard line. Will be Coleman Bennett on the carry. Actually, Belcher got that one. Seen Belcher and Bennett in the backfield today with Alexander Diggs opting out of the ball game with 300 yards rushing on the season. They play fast. Odom takes the snap, 4-man rush, dumps it over the middle. Belcher has it again, and he'll be near the lead stick, and he'll have the first down, so they'll get the clock stoppage with 1:19 to play, 29-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, Belcher's been the offense. 8 carries, now 2 catches. Odom's been looking for him.
Odom looking again, throwing, and the ball's out on time. And a great catch by Binyard. He kept it off the teal turf at the 35-yard line. I should say the newly replaced teal turf here. It's even more teal than normal. It'll be 2nd down and 5 from the 35-yard line. Odom takes the snap, sets up a screen, trying to get it back to Binyard, and it falls incomplete at the 35. We'll stop it with 51 seconds.
Travis, that could have been a big gain. Ball just a little bit behind Belcher. Otherwise, that would have been a 1st down and possibly more. And you're sitting 51 seconds left, 3rd and medium here coming up. You've got to worry about picking this up, but then the Owls, if you do get it, you got to play fast here to try to get in field goal range or score the touchdown.
3rd down and 4 from their own 35-yard line. Owls shut out with 51 seconds remaining. Their lowest point output of the season came in the first 2 games. They scored 9 against Wake and Indiana. All right, 3rd down and 4. Odom looks, being chased, runs out of a sack, throws it over the middle, pass caught, 45-yard line down to the 40, and spinning is Javon Rogers down to the Western Michigan 36-yard line. Clock will stop to reset the chains. It rolls with 40 seconds. Owls on the march. Odom backpedaling, has time, throws over the middle, and the pass is broken up. Looking again for his leading target on the season, Binyard. A great defensive play to come across and knock that one down by Joey Pope.
And the pass rush was coming there on Odom on that play. He got rid of it in time, but that's secondary. This time it was Pope, comes through, knocks it down. And they do such a good job of being in the right position, but also not getting that PI called, keeping their hands off and going for the ball.
2nd down, 10 from the 37-yard line. Kennesaw State, 5 on the huddle clock. Odom stands in, looks, 4-man rush, throws it towards the sideline. Pass caught by Binyard. He stays in bounds and now will truck out at the 20-yard line, right in front of Pope and Fisher. And that's going to be a 1st down for the Owls. 24 seconds. They're out of timeouts. They go fast, although they don't need to. The clock is stopped. Odom is ready, takes the snap, surveys left, right, now breaks the pocket, being chased, and he's going to sail it out of bounds. That'll stop the clock with 17 seconds.
The pass rush finally gets to Odom as he's extending that play. But I'll tell you, first couple of plays, the pass rush was flying off the edge as the Owls have continued on this drive, running multiple plays. That rush is a little bit slower. They're not coming off the ball as quick. A little bit tired right now. But if you're Kennesaw State, you have to score a touchdown here. You need 7 going into the break.
2nd down, 10 from the 17-yard line. Owls trying to break up the shutout. Bryson comes in motion. Odom takes the snap, steps up, dumps it over the middle. The pass is caught short of the lead stick. This is going to cost them a lot of time. Neville Dean made the tackle. They're up to the line quickly with 5 seconds, down to 4. They'll spike the ball with 3, but this will be it. We'll see if they send the field goal unit out. They will, just to try to get on the board here with 3 seconds remaining until halftime.
This isn't a long kick here, but I'll tell you, with this wind, this is dicey. I mean, I agree with this call. You can't go for it here with only 3 seconds left. You got to get points, but this is going to be tough for Britton Williams.
33-yard attempt. Again, with the wind, it looks like Old Glory is blowing in Williams' way, so should have this wind at his back here. 33-yard attempt to get the Owls on the board. Snap back, hold down. The kick from Williams is on the way, and the kick is no good.
Field goal attempt is no good.
So Williams misses for the 6th time this season. Had been 5 of 6 in that range this year, and Western Michigan preserves their shutout at halftime as the Owls, again, just cannot get over the hump in half number 1 as they trail 34-0. Got off to one of the worst starts you're going to see in a game. I mean, they're down 14-0, 70 seconds into the game.
And they never recovered. And Western Michigan, most of their team sprints into the end zone. They are excited about their performance on the opposite side, Kennesaw State. They don't know what just hit them. They've got to regroup, reset, and really start over here at halftime.
They also have the ball to start the third quarter of play, but they've got a massive mountain to climb here in the second half, trailing in this game by a count of 34-0. So Kennesaw State playing in their first ever bowl game, and they are down by a handful of scores here at the break, 34-0. We're going to hear from Jerry Mack coming up, the head coach from Kennesaw State, who has certainly got some talking to do with his team here at halftime. Molly's got Jerry Mack.
Coach, what was most challenging that you saw from Western Michigan in that first half?
Just really physical up front. On the offense side of the ball for those guys, they did a really good job of moving our defense, and we did a terrible job of staying in gaps on their defensive side of the ball. They did a really good job of closing the space and taking the air out of it.
How do you get your team to respond coming out in the second half?
We just got to do the little things. Like, we're trying to find some kind of combination to get a spark more than anything else. Right now, we just haven't been able to generate any momentum or any spark.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, Molly. 34-0. All Western Michigan here in the first half. Hoppy Kercheval, Brad Howe coming up next in the Bowl Season Radio studios after this word from Hell of a Good Dip.
This season, the action isn't just on the field, it's in every game day spread. Hell of a Good Dips bring bold flavor to every tailgate, made for dunking, scooping, and celebrating every big play. Find Hell of a Good in stores near you and follow on Instagram at Hell of a Good Dips. Start dipping with Hell of a Good.
Tim, I'm receiving an important update.
Ooh, are you getting night vision?
No, I just found out you could get $200 with Navy Federal Credit Union when you refinance your auto loans from another lender.
So, no night vision?
No night vision.
Learn more at NavyFederal.org/auto loans. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Credit and collateral subject to approval. Refinance loan must be at least $5,000 to be eligible for the $200. Terms and conditions apply.
It takes a different breed to be the first to respond. The first on the scene. The first to tackle disaster head on. At ServPro, we witness the bravery of first responders almost every day. So to all those who never give a second thought to being the first ones in, this game's for you. ServPro, proud supporter of our nation's first responders.
If your child has a common orthopedic condition, that doesn't mean you can only get common treatments. You can choose Shriners Children's. Our world-class care is not limited to insurance networks or to what's been done before. The same doctors who innovate treatments for the most complicated orthopedic issues will help your child grow and develop properly. See what we do at shrinerschildrens.org. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
It's halftime at the Myrtle Beach Bowl, presented by Engine. To recap the first half, here are Hoppy Kercheval and Brad Howe.
And it is all Broncos, 34-0. They're leading Kennesaw State. Brad, just a very one-sided first half.
Yeah, Western Michigan has been outstanding, running the football, big explosive plays, and they've dominated on every side of the ball.
Western Michigan started out, took the opening kickoff. The Broncos, Brad, got off to a fast start.
They did on the very first play of the game. Say hello to Jalen Buckley. He takes the handoff, heads over the right side, and was gone, untouched for a 65-yard touchdown run, his 9th rushing touchdown of the season.
Western Michigan 7-0 very early. Kennesaw State on their first possession, and disaster.
Shotgun, broken eye to the right, and a play action. Look out, here comes pressure, and ball lost. Odom hit, McGraw knocked it free. It's a scoop, it's a run, inside the 5, into the end zone. Touchdown for Western Michigan.
What a start for the Broncos, as you heard there. McGraw with the big hit, and then a perfect bounce off that teal turf allowed Kershawn Fisher to scoop it and had 47 yards into the end zone and a 14-0 Broncos lead.
Yeah, 14-0, Brad, after just 1 minute, 16 seconds in that ballgame. Later in the quarter, that offensive line of the Broncos clears a path for Jalen Buckley. Had a great first half for a gain of 31 yards. Quickly, Western Michigan is back in the red zone. On 4th and 1 from the 9, the Broncos go for it. Buckley gets just enough, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Play action, Lowry rolling out, fires to the goal line, pass is caught, touchdown. Out in the flat Pulled in by Marion Habowski.
That capped an 8-play, 60-yard drive, and Hoppy, 7 of those plays were rushes by Western Michigan. The only pass was that one right at the end for the touchdown.
21-0, Western Michigan still in the first quarter. The Broncos with the ball again. Jalen Buckley takes off one more time.
Buckley has it off right tackle, and he pops out over the 35. Missed tackle. 45-50. Foot races on 40. 35-30. 2 defenders chasing, and they're running down at the 12-yard line on a touchdown-saving tackle by Jericho Washington Jr. But Buckley is having himself an opening quarter.
Having himself an opening quarter indeed, not far off from the single quarter rushing record in FBS football. He had 172 yards on the ground there in the first.
Oh, amazing. The Broncos drive down to the 3, and it's, at that point, 1st and goal.
1st and goal from the 3. Broken eye left out of the shotgun, and here's a pass to the tight end in the flat. He'll walk in for the touchdown. Blake Bozma makes the catch.
Western Michigan hadn't had to throw it very much, but when they did, it was effective. At that point, Hoppy, quarterback Brock Lowry was 2 for 2 on the day with 2 touchdown passes.
Yeah, that works. Western Michigan missed the extra point, 27-0, and still 2:38 left in the first quarter. The Owls desperately need to get something going. Couple of runs by Chase Belcher, and they're in Bronco territory. A holding penalty and a sack pushes the ball back into Owls territory, and that's how the quarter ended there. So let's go to the second quarter. Kennesaw State has the ball deep in their own territory. The Owls are forced to punt, and Western Michigan comes up with a big special teams play. Brad.
Everything going right for the Broncos, and they blocked the punt there to set up that short field. Western Michigan needed just 3 plays to tack on another touchdown as Devin Miles punches it in from 2 yards out.
34-0 at that point, 7:45 left to go in the second quarter. Later in the quarter, a turnover by the Broncos.
Flushed out, running to left, throws against his body, and the pass is intercepted on a diving pickoff at the 26-yard line. Picked off on the play by Antonio Stevens.
So Kennesaw State finally gets a break as they recover a Western Michigan fumble in great field position, but on the very next play, the Owls give it back.
Yeah, that was an interception there we just heard, and that's where the ball, so just the fumble and then the interception right there. So Kennesaw State gets nothing out of that. So that's what happened there. Later in the half, under a minute to play, the Owls are down to the Broncos 16, but right at the end of the half, Kennesaw State tries a field goal to get on the board, but Brad, nothing's going right. 34-yard field goals missed, and you feel bad for the Owls, right? I mean, big bowl game, big opportunity, and it's just all Western Michigan.
Yeah, it has been all Western Michigan on the ground. The special teams plays, and Kennesaw State thought they could get on the board there at the end, but just hooked the field goal a little bit wide.
What do you do? What do you say at the half if you're Kennesaw State, and what do you say if you're Western Michigan?
Well, if you're Western Michigan, it's easy. Just keep doing what you're doing. Continue to run the ball. And that Western Michigan defense has been good all year. So that shouldn't be a surprise that Kennesaw State can't get anything going. And if you're the Owls, you just have to keep coming. As cliche as that sounds, you've just got a half of football left for the season. Keep trying to piece it together one drive at a time.
Yeah, for a lot of these guys, for Kennesaw State, it's the last half of football they're going to play. So
it's about a little bit of self-pride and come out and put a performance on tape for the second half here.
Yeah. Coming up after the Myrtle Beach Bowl, we'll talk more about the upcoming ball games. As halftime continues, this is the Myrtle Beach Bowl on Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio.
A 43-yard field goal with a ticket to the championship on the line. Here's the stuff. The kick is...
At this moment, who you voted for doesn't matter. What kind of car you drive, how much money you make, what kind of music you listen to, or how many followers you have doesn't matter. At this moment, the only thing that does is football. Visit footballmatters.com.
As a referee, I pay attention for a living. While I'm busy watching the game, I need your help keeping an eye on the stands.
If you see something that doesn't look quite right, tell a law enforcement official.
We all play an important role in protecting our communities, and you can help. If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities.
If you see something, say something is used with permission by the New York Metropolitan Transportation Authority.
If your child experiences a burn, Shriners Children's is here with world-renowned burn care. The same doctors who innovate procedures for the most serious burn cases are ready with the most advanced treatments for pediatric burn injuries, no matter the degree. Best of all, our care is provided regardless of a family's ability to pay or insurance status. Visit us at shrinerschildren's.org to see why we're the place to turn for any burn. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
For your family that you promised to give the home of their dreams, let Union Home Mortgage be with you every step of the way and help you deliver on those promises. For military families, VA loans come with no down payments, competitive rates, and no private mortgage insurance. Union Home Mortgage appreciates all that you do for your country, and we want to be there for you and your family. Go to UHM.com to get started today. Union Home Mortgage. Promises kept. Union Home Mortgage Corp is an equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS number 2229. NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
You're listening to the Myrtle Beach Bowl, presented by Engine from Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio.
Well, Brock Lowry, Brad, has thrown the ball 7 times, completed 4, and 2 of those are touchdowns. It's pretty good.
It's an efficient day, and those first 2 passes of the day were the touchdowns, so he's having a day.
Coming up after the Myrtle Beach Bowl, we'll take you to Tampa, Florida for the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl as the Memphis Tigers take on North Carolina State, the Wolfpack. Brad, how do you see it?
Well, I'm interested to watch this one from an explosive play standpoint. We're certainly seeing those in the first game here from Western Michigan, but both of these offenses in this game, NC State and Memphis, come in with very explosive offenses. Now, the Wolfpack have a bunch of opt-outs today, but it appears, all indications are that quarterback C.J. Bailey is going to play in this one. Nearly 3,000 yards passing, 23 touchdowns, and really effective throwing the ball down the field. This is a North Carolina State offense. It's in the 83rd percentile nationally in explosive play percentage, so they like those big plays. But Memphis is on the other sideline waving its hand collectively. They say, well, hold on here. We're even more explosive, 95th percentile in explosive play percentage. They get a lot of theirs on the ground. The real question for Memphis is just how do they adapt with their head coach, Ryan Silverfield, on the move to Arkansas. Also some offensive staff members going with them. So you could have some fireworks in this game, but the Tigers have to reverse what has been a 3-game slide to end this season.
Coming up tonight, College Football Playoff Round 1, and what a way to start, Brad, as Oklahoma hosts Alabama. How do you like that?
How about those two big-name programs going at it in Norman? And this is a rematch, Hoppy. Oklahoma went into Alabama and got that win not too long ago, back in mid-November. Turnovers were the story of that game. Alabama had 3 of them, including a pick 6 by that elite Oklahoma defense. So really sets up the question today, what changes? Can Alabama protect the ball a little bit better? Get its high-powered offense going against, again, what has been one of the best defenses in the country. Whatever statistic you want to use, the Sooner defense has been elite.
I'm going to give you a stat, though. Oklahoma may have an advantage, Brad, because of their kicker if it's a close game. Tate Sandel has made 23 field goals in a row and 7 for 7 from 50 and beyond.
I hope you didn't just jinx him for all the Tide fans listening. I'll give you another number. How about Alabama coach Kalen DeBoer? He's been excellent as a road favorite in his career. 8-2 in games straight up as a road favorite, which they are tonight.
Good nuggets. More from our halftime show after this from Scooter's Coffee, official coffee of bowl season.
Today's cup of Scooter's Coffee was hard-earned in the trenches of school zone triumph. That pickup line is always a crawling mess of SUVs and minivans. But you timed it perfectly, getting there precisely between long-waiting early arrivers and last-minute moms. Even got a nice job from the oldest. Sure, he called your bruh, but you'll take it. So enjoy that Scooter's Coffee pickup line prodigy. You earned it. Scooter's Coffee. You earned it.
Aisleseats.com is your source for tickets to all types of events, sports, concerts, theater, and virtually anything else that takes a ticket. If your event is sold out or you can't get the quality of seats that you're looking for, that is what we specialize in. Great seats to the hottest events. We can also help if you're on a budget. Many tickets are priced below face value. Best of all, Aisleseats.com has none of the service charges that other sites are famous for. The price you see is what you get. Visit Aisleseats.com. That's aisle with an A. AISLESEATS.com.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
This season, the action isn't just on the field. It's in every game day spread. Hell of a Good dips bring bold flavor to every watch party. Made for dunking, scooping, and celebrating every big play. Find Hell of a Good in stores near you and follow on Instagram at Hell of a Good Dips. Start dipping with Hell of a Good.
Back at the Bowl Season Radio studios, where at halftime of the Myrtle Beach Bowl, Western Michigan leads Kennesaw State 34-0. Brad, you looked at those stats. I know they're very one-sided, but what stands out to you?
Well, the first is just the score. How about 27 points from Western Michigan just in the first quarter? And that really threw Kennesaw State completely out of its game plan. That's a top 20 team in terms of rushing attempts per game, and they've had to flip it today. They've thrown the ball 25 times and rushed it only 15. So Kennesaw State was behind the 8 ball right from the very beginning. And you're right. Other than that, it is all Western Michigan. 250 yards on the ground rushing, averaging nearly 10 yards a carry, aided by those big plays that we've seen primarily from Buckley. So it's been all Western Michigan to this point.
You know, and Buckley has 174 yards. Looks like his ankle's giving him a problem. Might be limited in the second half, but he was on his way to a bowl record-setting day.
Yeah, those 172 yards there just in the first quarter. We were looking forward to seeing what kind of numbers he was going to put up. Hope he's okay. Hope we get to see him in the second half, but he didn't play much there in the second quarter.
No. All right, we'll return to Brooks Stadium in Conway, South Carolina, and rejoin Travis Jones, Jay Sonhalter, and Molly Cotton in 2 minutes. This is Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio, and you're listening to the 2025 Myrtle Beach Bowl.
I'm a firefighter.
And afraid.
It's about standing up and protecting our communities.
One detail at a time.
Because a lot of little details can become a pattern.
We
We trust our instincts.
just like you should.
Because only you know what's not supposed to be in your everyday.
So protect your everyday.
If you see something suspicious, say something to local authorities.
There's nothing like that moment when your team clinches a win. The Friday night lights, all those Saturday tailgate traditions, hours in front of the TV on Sunday. Football means tradition. Whether you played or cheered along, the feeling of game day never ends. Join the community and celebrate the game. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Football Matters.
Right after turkey and through the new year, it's bowl season today. From big city lights to cold, snowy nights, it's bowl season today. Our gridiron dreams bring us here for our teams, where the fans tailgate and we all celebrate that it's bowl season today. Happy bowl season, everybody.
This is the Myrtle Beach Bowl presented by Engine. It's time for the second half kickoff. Once again, along with Jay Sonhalter and Molly Cotton, here's Travis Jones.
34-0 our halftime score. Western Michigan in control in the 2025 Myrtle Beach Bowl, trying to win their third bowl game in program history this afternoon. Halftime stats brought to you by Genius Sports, a global leader in sports technology. Western Michigan, it's all been about the ground game. 26 carries, 250 yards, pair of touchdowns. Jalen Buckley, 8 carries, 174 yards, and a score, a 22-yard average. He had a run of 65 and 54 yards in the first half. Brock Lowry, quarterback, 4 of 7, 17 yards, and a pair of touchdowns. And I think the story in that first half for me was the line play on both sides for the Broncos and Western Michigan, really controlling the line of scrimmage and imposing their will on Kennesaw's offense in particular.
Yeah, Travis, they dominated down in the trenches, and there was really no contest there. The offensive line from the opening snap was winning all throughout that first half. The defensive line didn't allow Amari Odom to be comfortable at all. If Kennesaw State wants to cut into this lead, make it a ball game, they've got to make major changes to help out their offensive defensive line and try to get some points here early on and create some momentum.
Dream first half for Lance Taylor, the head coach of Western Michigan, and Molly Cotton has coached down on the field.
Coach, what stood out to you the most in that first half from your team?
Yeah, I thought we came out, we started fast, and we talked about playing fast and physical all game for 60 minutes. So it was a great job in all three phases, making plays, and that's been the difference in the first half. I challenged the guys at halftime to let's reset and refocus. We've got a full half to play. Let's play to our standard and not to the scoreboard.
Jalen Buckley did get banged up in that first half, but how would you describe what you saw from him then?
Well, he continues to be a warrior for us. He had a great first half rushing the football. We're different when he's in the game. We expect him to play in the second half.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you. Go Broncos.
Thanks, Molly. Good news there, as we expect to see Buckley get some carries here in the second half as needed, as Western Michigan, again, will kick off as Kennesaw State won and deferred to the second half. Hunter Smith has it teed up at the 35-yard line. Third quarter from the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Just about to begin. Officials waiting for the television go-ahead and ready to kick it away from left to right. And we waited too long. It's the ball, with this wind, it's just a matter of time before the ball comes off the tee.
I mean, I'm honestly surprised we haven't had that happen numerous times with all the kicks and how strong the wind is.
My favorite part's when we have to get the holder.
Yep.
Come over on the kickoff, and then you get the old Snoopy, Linus and Charlie Brown.
Yep.
All right, Smith resets it and is now ready. Again, wind gusts to 35 miles an hour here today in Conway, South Carolina, and Smith will bound that one into the end zone for the touchback. Ball will come to the 25-yard line for Kennesaw State. Western leads 34-0. Let's pause 10 seconds. This is the 2025 Myrtle Beach Bowl presented by Engine on Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio from First Team.
First down, Kennesaw State.
Mario Odom, 13 of 24, 101 yards, one interception in that first half. He's going to run it on first down here. Stiff arm, tries to get to the outside, and he'll be corralled near the 30-yard line into the Kennesaw State bench area on that quarterback keeper. Run out of bounds by James Camden, the Murray State transfer. The gain of 5 on the play, second down 5.
The fourth carry for Odom. They've got to get him more involved, more touches on the ground.
Odom whips it to the outside, pass caught right along the sideline. Great job by Pinyard to get that foot down at the 36-yard line and move the sticks for Kennesaw State. Had their best drive of the first half happening at the end of the half, and it stalled out, and a field goal was missed to keep them off the board. Here's a running play out to the 41-yard line. Running off left tackle, Chase Belcher. So we've seen Belcher more than Coleman Bennett, their normal starter in this game. As Bennett won 100-yard rushing game earlier this season against Middle Tennessee State. Instead, it's been Belcher, the Valdosta, Georgia native. Play action. Odom backpedals under pressure, breaks away from a sack, just has to unload it. Far sideline, incomplete. And Odom has been on the run this entire game.
Nadaba Tucker, the best defensive end in the MAC, is not playing today. And at the beginning of this ball game, you wonder where's the rush going to be. Travis, they have gotten a pass rush throughout from their ends. There's been interior pressure, but there hasn't been a drop-off as far as the rush goes.
Yeah, doing it without Nadeem Tucker, one of their best pass rushers to transfer from Houston. But they've had some guys step up, namely Fisher, McGraw, and that time Elgara Wawi chasing after the quarterback. Third down and 4. Owls try to convert with the run. They will over the 45, and an ankle tackle to the 48-yard line on that third down conversion run for Chase Belcher.
Tackle made by Joey.
He's been the bright spot for the offense.
First down.
Going off that right side of inside zone, made a couple guys miss.
Odom steps up, hit as he throws, and it sails. Pass picked off, playing center field at the 35, over the 40, 45 on the return to the 40. Foot race down the near sideline. Second interception of the game. And Joey Pope is going to take it all the way for the touchdown. Odom came in high, and Pope, just playing center field back there at the safety position, picked it off and returns it, his third interception of the season, second defensive touchdown of this game for Western Michigan.
And Travis, that ball thrown high, and it looked like the wind caught it. And Pope in this secondary, we've discussed in the first half how well they played. He just picked that off and was able to jog into the end zone after he went down that right sideline. High five, Tate Halleck, the other safety, his teammate in the backfield there. And this defense standing strong again.
Halleck with an interception in the second quarter. Pope
is good.
with a pickoff touchdown here in the third. Extra point is good. 13:26 to play. Pope gets the turnover cowboy hat to wear on the sideline for the Broncos of Western Michigan. It is all Western here in Myrtle Beach. 13:26 remaining third quarter. Broncos 41, Kennesaw State nothing. We'll return to the Myrtle Beach Bowl. Presented by Engine after this from ServPro.
It takes a different breed to be the first to respond. The first on the scene. The first to tackle disaster head on. At ServPro, we witness the bravery of first responders almost every day. So to all those who never give a second thought to being the first ones in, this game's for you. ServPro, proud supporter of our nation's first responders.
Wake up, scroll, eat, school, work, TV, podcast, eat, scroll, sleep, rinse, repeat. We've all been there, stuck in the same routine, day in and day out. But in the U.S. Air Force, you can put an end to this endless cycle. With over 200 career options at bases across the entire globe, your exciting future starts here. To learn more and get started, go to airforce.com. Aim high.
Today's cup of Scooters coffee was hard-earned through parallel parking perfection. Oh, the stakes were high, the spot was tight, and everyone was watching, including that red hatchback that wanted to shark the spot. But you rose to the occasion. Use the mirror trick you learned from the internet and, well, earn the respect of everyone on the boulevard. No backup cam? No problem. So enjoy that delicious cup of Scooters coffee, you parallel parking wonderkin. Scooters coffee. You earned it.
A 43-yard field goal with a ticket to the championship on the line. Here's the snap. The kick is.
At this moment, who you voted for doesn't matter. What kind of car you drive, how much money you make, what kind of music you listen to, or how many followers you have doesn't matter. At this moment, the only thing that does is football. Visit footballmatters.com.
Interception return for a touchdown for Joey Pope. 41-0. Western Michigan on top. 13:26 to play in the fourth quarter. Pope got the turnover cowboy hat for Western Michigan and also did a little dance down there, Molly. How'd you score him?
I will gotta say, I'm impressed by not only him but his teammates. But he comes away with the interception. Like you said, he gets to wear the 10-gallon turnover hat for the Broncos. And I don't know, I think those dance moves are pretty on par with that interception. I did see some cameras around him, and rightly so, because I'm impressed. I don't know what dance move that is. I don't know what the kids are doing these days, but I'll take that over the Dougie.
Well, I'll tell you what, it got to be a line dance, right? Or it's just not right.
Well, it's interesting because usually on a football team, the skill guys can dance, but the linemen, those are the ones that struggle. That's the position group that needs some practice and some coaching. But those skill guys, when they score, they usually know what to do.
Hunter Smith's kickoff is taken on a touchback by Davis Bryson. So the ball will come to the 25-yard line with 13:26 to play. Actually, he's going to be back at the 9. He fair caught it inside the 25, so it comes to the spot of the fair catch. Navy Federal Credit Union proudly serving all branches of the armed forces, veterans and their families. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Our members are the mission. First down Owls of Kennesaw State. Backed up again at their own 9-yard line. Odom goes back to work. Run play, and the ball comes out to the 12-yard line. A gain of a few. Coleman Bennett getting the carry. Odom, his numbers 14 of 27, 107 yards. Has been intercepted twice. Odom's ready. Western Michigan shows a blitz off the left side. Odom sees it. Now he wants to change the protection. Play clock, plenty of time, 18. And winding. Odom takes the snap, play action. Being chased, that's up in the pocket, and he's going to be drugged down at the 7-yard line. Coming from the backside as the Broncos of Western Michigan record the sack. Tyson Lee.
Tyson Lee just beat the left tackle easily off the edge, went up high, and then dipped underneath, and Odom had no shot. This pass rush, again, winning without Tucker. And Tucker's presence is gone in this ballgame. It's allowed others an opportunity to gain more playing time, and they've really come through, and it's paid off.
On the 3rd and long, 3rd and 12. Receivers swap sides of the field. Odom is ready, takes the snap. Amari steps up and fires right down the center of the field. Pass is broken up at the 40-yard line on a great last-second knockaway with a marker down, and the coverage may have been too good.
And that was a late flag. That play was over, and then kind of out of left field, the flag came flying in. And John Peters, looks like it's going to go against him.
Again, a 3rd and 12 and a 15-yard pass interference penalty on Western Michigan will result in the first down. They got the freshman Peters. I thought it was pretty good coverage.
I did too. I was surprised it came in. Odom was throwing it deep down the middle of the field. I mean, he was taking a shot, going for an explosive play. And Travis, I'll tell you, we saw the replay here. That looked to be a missed call.
That was a 41-0. We'll give you a call.
Yeah.
Tunnel screen out to the right, and the ball comes to the 33-yard line on that completion.
And the Owls will certainly take it, but from Peters, that is good coverage. The coaches will be pleased with how he played that. The call just goes against him, and sometimes that happens, but Peters did his job. He's a talented freshman, big in the secondary. He's going to have an opportunity to really grow in this program.
Moss had the catch on first down. Coleman Bennett comes back with a run play on second down, converts it to a first down. Odom backpedaling, has to throw a jump ball, literally like a fadeaway in basketball, to get it to the sideline as he, again, was under immense pressure. And it'll be a throwaway, second down and 10.
And Odom just doing what he could to elude the pressure. And you said it, basketball. He was a star basketball player in high school, and really good get for Kennesaw State, earning his commitment and getting him to come to the Owls program coming in from Wofford.
Second down and 10. Odom takes the snap. Here comes the blitz. Flag is down, and Odom also is down in the backfield. Sacked again for the second time in this drive. James Camden got him. Markers down in the secondary, about linebacker depth. And the call's on Kennesaw State, so Western Michigan will decline this and take the Camden sack. We got 3rd down and long. Spot the ball back at the 28-yard line. Loss of 8.
Chris O'Leary, the defensive coordinator, not playing it safe. He brought Camden on the blitz. And they just did a cross blitz up front. Confusion along the offensive line, and Camden got home.
Western Michigan getting all kinds of pressure on Odom today. He was only, the quarterbacks from Kennesaw only sacked 22 times coming into this game. 4th best mark in Conference USA this season. But I think that, to me, has been the biggest surprise in this game, is how easily Western Michigan has controlled the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 16. Odom looks into the flat, throws, and a pass caught 37-yard line. Tackle applied immediately as it's pulled in by Christian Moss, the Virginia Tech transfer. Relatively short gain on 3rd down and 16. They get 7, 4th and 9, and the punt team trots on.
And Travis, the other thing with this defense today is when there has been completions, when they have gotten to the secondary, there hasn't been missed tackles. They haven't given up the big play. They've been fundamentally sound, kept everything in front, and just made it difficult on the offense.
Yeah, it's been a combination of things. I know we've mentioned the wind numerous times in the game. I really do think it's affected the downfield passing game of Kennesaw State, which is a big part of their offense. Hewitt's punt, and again, you see that wind catching that ball. That ball was headed towards the numbers on the far side of us, and then all of a sudden it does a left turn and comes all the way over to the Sun Belt Conference logo, which is outside the hashes right. So the wind certainly playing a factor in this game, at least for Kennesaw State. 10:25 remaining, 3rd quarter. Timeout here in Conway. Western Michigan leads 41-0. You're listening to the Coca-Cola Bowl season radio coverage of the 2025 Myrtle Beach Bowl presented by Engine.
This is an Xbox, and this is an Xbox that takes calls. This is an Xbox when you need a study break. This is you enjoying seamless gaming on the go with the new ROG Xbox Ally. And this Xbox. To recap, this, and this are all Xboxes. And this is you gaming wherever, whenever, however. That's an achievement unlocked. The choice is yours. Play Xbox on your favorite Xbox device.
Lockheed Martin's vision of 21st century security means preparing to make split-second decisions with certainty. Because whether your mission is over land, on the sea, through the air, in outer space, or cyberspace, our mission is to help you detect the threats, connect the tech, and protect what matters most in every domain of operation. Lockheed Martin, ensuring those we serve always stay ahead of ready.
JLab is powering the 2025 college football season with incredible earbuds, headphones, and speakers, and supporting elite athletes from powerhouse programs nationwide, including Ohio State's Julian Sayin and Carnell Tate, Indiana's Fernando Mendoza, Arkansas's Taylor Green, and Vanderbilt's Martell Height Jr. These incredible players elevate every rep, traveling game day with JLab earbuds, headphones, and speakers. JLab, your kind of tech, straight from the lab. Shop at JLab.com, Amazon, and retailers everywhere.
If your child has a common orthopedic condition, that doesn't mean you can only get common treatments. You can choose Shriners Children's. Our world-class care is not limited to insurance networks or to what's been done before. The same doctors who innovate treatments for the most complicated orthopedic issues will help your child grow and develop properly. See what we do at shrinerschildrens.org. Shriners Children's, the most amazing care anywhere.
This is the Myrtle Beach Bowl presented by Engine from Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio.
10:25, 3rd quarter, 41-0. Western Michigan in control. Fans, a reminder, listen for your favorite players to participate in the 101st East-West Shrine game coming up on January 27, 2026 at the Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas, live on Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio. Well, Molly Cotton, Kennesaw State, throwing everything against the wall, see if anything sticks.
They really are. Jerry Mack had talked about it when I spoke to him at halftime, alluded to it, but, trying to just throw anything out there, like you said, Travis, and that's continuing to be the conversation of, hey, we've got to create movement. We've got to create different things that they're not ready for, that Western Michigan hasn't seen.
Well, again, Jay, the problem is when you can't block them, not much you can do offensively, and that's been the problem since the start of this game, really. Western Michigan goes back to work, trying to run this clock and shorten this game in the second half. Devin Miles gets the carry. We've not seen Buckley yet here in the second half. Gain of a couple, 2nd down and 8.
And you're right. It all comes down to line play, and it's really the same at any level of football. Pee-wee, high school, college, pro. If you have the best offense and defensive line, you're going to win every ball game. And when NFL teams draft players and a lot of teams maybe draft skill guys where other teams draft linemen, it's usually those teams that really focus on line play are the teams that are most successful. And we've seen it in this game.
Second down, 8. Miles gets it again, and Devin Miles will push the pile forward for a couple of yards. Danville High School in Illinois, Mount St. Antonio Community College, where he transferred from. At 1,300 rush yards there at Mount San Antonio back in 2023. 15 rushing touchdowns that season. Third down and 6 for the Broncos with 9:13 to play on a sun-splashed Friday here in the Grand Strand. Snap back, Lowry whips it over the middle, and a pass caught right at the lead stick. Great job high-pointing that ball by Avion Chenault. Makes the catch and will move them a first down for the Broncos to the 34-yard line.
For Lance Taylor and his offense, they haven't had to throw the ball at a high level this season. They've relied on their running game, but they have been dangerous. When they've had to pick up third down conversions, they've done a good job, and that's why they've had overall successes. Their offense complements their defense, and there's no weaknesses on his team that we can see, and they've been playing excellent throughout this game.
First and 10, Lowry rolls the pocket out, surveys, flag down behind the play, and a completion out to midfield, but that's thrown in the area of holding. That will wipe out this catch along the near sideline. Chenault got another catch, but holding on that Bronco offense and the offensive line, which has been stellar here this afternoon. Their first minor mistake of the game will wipe out a first down throw. Should be 1st and 20 upcoming. The other surprising thing is Western Michigan's had so much success running the football today, and Brock Lowry's not had to do it.
Yeah, I mean, he's close to 1,000 yards, 940 coming to this game, and he's barely really run it. I mean, he's been handing off to his backs. The focus has been that running game with his plethora of running backs. He only has 2 carries thus far.
Going to throw here on 1st and long, and finds a tight end, center of the field. And a catch again for Blake Bozeman. He's been featured here today, 21 catches coming into this afternoon's game. The former walk-on, now under scholarship, was awarded that back in 2022. Has a touchdown catch and a handful of catches today. Picks up 8, second down and 12.
We go back to a 3 tight end set. I mean, this is a group where a lot of teams do 5 wides. They've been playing 2 and 3 tight ends throughout this game.
Motion across the formation. Lowry looks and unloads with the right arm and throws it up the sideline. Abrowski, the backup tight end, was the closest receiver in the area. Throwaway for Lowry. Run down to 3rd and 12. So Lowry, again, started his career out of the Buckeye State, Canfield High School in Ohio, went to Indiana, transferred from Bloomington to Western Michigan. Probably a pretty good decision. I think Indiana's got a decent quarterback.
Would have been tough to play there. Yeah. He's probably going to go number 1 in the draft, too. So worked out for both guys.
Fernando Mendoza winning the Heisman last weekend. 3rd down and 12. Lowry whips it out, side the numbers, far sideline, and they'll grab a hold of the receiver and hold that to a short gain, as that is the first catch on the afternoon for Michael Preska, the graduate transfer from Colgate. And Western Michigan will be forced to punt, but they did successfully take about 4.5 minutes off this clock as it's rolling. 4th down and 5 with 6:40 to play. And Ryan Milmore on the punt. It has the wind and gets off a beauty. Tight spiral. Ball going to hit at the 18-yard line. Take a Western Michigan bounce down to the 12, and that's where it will die. So another great punt with a flag down. So hold everything here. There'll be a hold on Kennesaw, so that's going to get even better for Western Michigan. So the punt of 49 yards for Milmore holds up half the distance of the goal when you come back. 6:27 remaining in the 3rd quarter. Western Michigan 41, Kennesaw State nothing. Now this from Hell of a Good Dip.
This season, the action isn't just on the field, it's in every game day spread. Hell of a Good Dips bring bold flavor to every tailgate, made for dunking, scooping, and celebrating every big play. Find Hell of a Good in stores near you and follow on Instagram at Hell of a Good Dips. Start dipping with Hell of a Good.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Tim, I'm receiving an important update.
Ooh, are you getting night vision?
No, I just found out you could get $200 with Navy Federal Credit Union when you refinance your auto loans from another lender.
So, no night vision?
No night vision.
Learn more at NavyFederal.org/auto loans. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Credit and collateral subject to approval. Refinance loan must be at least $5,000 to be eligible for the $200. Terms and conditions apply.
During bowl season, every team is the away team. And that's exactly who Engine was built for. Whether you're traveling for a big game, big meeting, or your big brother's wedding, if you're traveling in numbers, Engine's on your side. We're the all-in-one platform for group travel that makes every road trip simpler and more affordable, giving you an away team advantage for every away game on the calendar. So to all 82 teams and millions of fans traveling this bowl season, safe travels and may the best road team win. Book travel at engine.com.
.6:27 remaining in the third quarter. 41-0 Western Michigan on top. And final game here today in college for Coleman Bennett, Molly.
And Coleman Bennett, what he's done, it's been slow going for everybody at Kennesaw State today, but he has had a great season. He's posted more than 1,000 total yards from scrimmage and 7 touchdowns. But what's most impressive about him is what he's done in the classroom. He's named to the Conference USA Football All-Academic Team. He actually wrapped up this past semester. He graduated with his MPA on December 16th. That's when the graduation was, at least. A perfect 4.0 GPA, guys. His mom has his master's. His older brothers have his master's. So it was really important for him to just keep it in the family, and that's exactly what he did, going to school and getting his master's. Coach Matt talks about him, raves about him, in fact, says he keeps the main thing. And obviously you can see that on the football field and off of the football field as well.
Yeah, no question. Some of us old-timers will remember his dad, Donnell Bennett, played at the Miami Hurricanes and had a nice NFL career with Kansas City. And Bennett out on this series. Belcher got the first down carry, and Odom is going to get swallowed up on the second down sack as he is taken down back at the 3-yard line. And it was a meeting at the quarterback that time. And Ray Stewart was first on the scene, the transfer from Indiana.
Yeah, it was just a 4-down men rush and multiple guys back there. And Stewart finished it off. This defense, without bringing the blitz, they've been able to drop in coverage, rush 4, and they've been able to get home. And Chris O'Leary, their defensive coordinator, has to be pleased with how strong they've been on all 3 levels.
Nearing a handful of sacks in this game for Western Michigan. Mario Odom stands a yard deep in the end zone on this 3rd down and 12. We'll keep it on the ground. Big hole over the 15, out near the 18-yard line comes Chase Belcher, and that'll move the sticks. Needed to get to the 16, gets +2. Gain of 14 and a first down for Kennesaw State.
A good pickup on the ground, and there is room to operate from the offensive line, just holding up long enough to create a path.
Second down, receiver out wide to the right. That's Jordan Jackson. Twins into the boundary, and now Odom's going to step up and deploy. Bullock, the tight end, in the wing position to the right. Play clock at 10. Snap. Odom wants to go deep. Far sideline, man-on-man coverage, and the pass is pulled in at the 45-40, 35-30, coming near side and taking that ball inside the 10, the 5 into the end zone for the touchdown for Rogers. Odom throws his first touchdown of the afternoon. And we got an injured Owl back behind the play, back at the 13-yard line. But the Owls finally get on the board on their home run shot. 82 yards to Javon Rogers. His first touchdown catch of the season, the sophomore from Montevela, a high school in Alabama, just outside of in between Birmingham and Montgomery.
And that was a beautiful pass from Odom. And again, throwing against this wind, you don't know where the ball's going to go. Accurate throw, strong, over the top, nice loft on it to Rogers. Then he cut back and won with speed, getting in the end zone.
Like Clayton Kopic, wide receiver, was shaken up on the play, back behind the play. He's able to walk off under his own power.
For Odom, he's been under pressure all day. He got hit again on that throw. He stood strong in the pocket, delivered it, and that offense, who's had struggles, they've been great all year, but a good sign for them connecting for a big one.
Odom's got 2 400-plus yard passing performances this season. That's tied for third most in college football this season. It's been tough going, using the wind in this third quarter to his advantage that time as Britton Williams comes on for the point after with 4:10 to play in the third quarter. Snap back, hold down, kick on the way, and the kick from Williams is no good. And he missed it. We've had a pair of misses on point afters from either team in this game, and 4:10 remaining in the third quarter, 41-6. Scooters Coffee, the official coffee of bowl season, would like to congratulate the athletes and staff on hand for their hard work and commitment that earned them a place in today's exciting Myrtle Beach Bowl. Scooters Coffees, amazing drinks, amazing people, amazingly fast. Kennesaw breaks up the shutout. Down 41-6 with 4:10 to play. They started the season 0-2, losing to Wake Forest, losing 56-9 in week number 2 in Bloomington against Indiana. And they have ripped off 10 straight wins, including what was a terrific victory over Jack State, who on Tuesday night won the Salute to Veterans Bowl over Troy. And they beat Jack State in the Conference USA Championship game 19-15 back on December the 5th.
These last 3 victories have been one-score games. So this is the program in year 1 of Jerry Mack has been able to win the close games. They've been able to find a way in the fourth quarter. That's a testament to just that level of focus, the level of execution, and coming together at the end of ball games and playing with confidence. And this ball game here hasn't been indicative of how good they've been throughout the season. And this is just a group right now that you have that big play. This is where your leaders have to continue to rally everybody and try to close this game out strong, just like they did on that drive.
Britton Williams, who just missed just his second extra point in 40 attempts this season, has it teed up. He's going to go sky kick, and it is going to hit. It's going to die. Nice play, just picked up at the last second and stepping out of bounds at the 23-yard line. That nearly was perfect for Kennesaw State. That ball just sit right at the 21-yard line and finally was picked up and returned to keep that from being what could have been a turnover right there.
Well, this ball game, you almost wonder why Kennesaw State hasn't done those sky kicks, because the wind's going to carry it. That was a perfect job. They're just placing it to where no one was and making it difficult on the Broncos for the possession.
Josh Franklin picked it up right as Kennesaw State was ready to recover it. Steps out the 23-yard line, 4:07 remaining in the third, 41-6. Broncos go back to work. Offensively, 254 yards on the ground, 38 through the air. And Lowry's going to keep it. A rare quarterback design running play in this game for Western Michigan, and then feasted on those this season, but haven't needed them today. Keep the hits off the quarterback, and Lowry picks up 3 on the play, second down, 7.
Well, really, this is going against the grain because he's rushed the ball so many times. He's been the major player in the running game, And they haven't shown it to this defense, and they haven't needed it. But that's your number one key if you're a defensive player, stopping Lowry in the run game. So they've gone against the grain a little bit and showing kind of a different look, handing the ball off to the backs here today.
All right, 2nd down and 7. Again, we've not seen Buckley here in the second half. Not surprising. Speed option, and Lowry gets chased down from the backside and dropped on the play by Tavion Lawson, a freshman corner from Jacksonville, Florida. So ran speed option that time with Devin Miles, and Lowry kept it and will lose to it.
And Lawson was coming off the backside, and he was flying down the line of scrimmage. And Lowry kind of felt that presence and just got down to make sure he didn't get drilled, and sets up a 3rd and long. This defense here, I'd expect pressure from the Owls.
Lowry 7 of 11, 38 yards. And they're going to keep it on the ground, and diving out near the lead stick at the 34-yard line. Should have it. That will be a first down for Devin Miles. At 14 carries in his career-high 105 yards against Northern Illinois. And that's carry number 12 of this afternoon, 46 yards.
Cody Jones was coming on the blitz. They loaded things up, and they missed the run fit, allowing the first down on the ground. Just not fundamentally sound from the defense.
1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Take the handoff left, throw it over the middle. Open receiver, pass caught, 38-yard line. Terrence Marshall with his first catch, and he'll have it down to the Kennesaw State 36.
Travis, this was perfection on the play-action pass. This offensive line looked like it was going to be a running play to the left. Then they held up in pass protection, and then Lowry just dropped it over the top of that second-level defense where the linebackers were. Beautiful throw for a big game.
Yeah, Lowry's longest pass completion of the afternoon by a mile. 1st and 10, as that one goes for 28 yards. Play action. Lowry looking to keep the foot on the pedal, and he fires far sideline, deep out, pass caught. Great job. Bosma, the tight end, catches it and runs out of bounds, and he'll have the ball down at the 15-yard line.
Bosma now 5 catches, and there's a deep post route on the left side, and then Bosma comes across on the deep drag flood route, and he is an athletic tight end that excels blocking, but also when he's out running routes, he's bigger than the safeties, faster than linebackers. He got wide open on the numbers.
250 pounds coming at you in the secondary. 52 seconds to play. Broncos trying to get that touchdown back they just gave up. Miles has it, and a run blitz will get him. Again, coming from the backside is Lawson. Second time he's chased one down on this drive, and that'll be a loss back to the 17-yard line, a loss of 2.
He's 6'2", 200 pounds in the secondary, so he's rangy, has the size. He's showing toughness, though, with the ability to come up and hit you. And he's a guy as a young player. You figure he's going to put on 5, 10, 15 pounds throughout his career. He's going to be an enforcer on the back end.
Western Michigan does not have to snap the ball here as the game clock is ahead of the play clock, so they will probably run it out and take it into the fourth quarter as the Broncos continue to dominate the Myrtle Beach Bowl. We're headed to the fourth, end of 3 with the score. Western Michigan 41, Kennesaw State 6 at the 2025 Myrtle Beach Bowl. Presented by Engine. More after this from Shriners Children's Charities.
Before the bright lights on Sunday, before the draft and pro contracts, greatness starts here. It's the East-West Shrine Bowl, January 27th, 2026, at the Ford Center at the Star. A century-old tradition and the first step to NFL stardom. Every play supports game-changing outcomes at Shriners Children's. The 2026 East-West Shrine Bowl. Today's All-Stars, tomorrow's legends. Visit shrinebowl.com for tickets starting at $26.
Lockheed Martin's vision of 21st century security means preparing to make split-second decisions with certainty. Because whether your mission is over land, on the sea, through the air, in outer space, or cyberspace, our mission is to help you detect the threats, connect the tech, and protect what matters most in every domain of operation. Lockheed Martin, ensuring those we serve always stay ahead of ready.
JLab is powering the 2025 college football season with incredible earbuds, headphones, and speakers, and supporting elite athletes from powerhouse programs nationwide, including Ohio State's Julian Sayin and Carnell Tate, Indiana's Fernando Mendoza, Arkansas's Taylor Green, and Vanderbilt's Martell Height Jr. These incredible players elevate every rep. Travel and game day with JLab earbuds, headphones, and speakers. JLab, your kind of tech, straight from the lab. Shop at jlab.com, Amazon, and retailers everywhere.
Wasabi is purpose-built to free your business from skyrocketing storage costs and fees from the big guys. Wasabi is the go-to provider for professional and collegiate sports teams around the world. Check out Wasabi's AI-enabled intelligent media storage, Wasabi Air, and the industry's only cloud storage service with triple protection against cybercriminals. Wasabi, driving innovation and data storage for up to 80% less than market competition. Try for free at wasabi.com.
Back in the Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio Studios, I'm Hoppy Kercheval with Brad Hal. Brad, coming up in less than an hour here on the Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio Network, Memphis and NC State in the Gasparilla Bowl. How do you see it?
These are two teams that thrive off explosive plays, so if you like points, this might be one you want to tune in for.
All right, look forward to that coming up at 2:30 Eastern Time. Now back to Travis Jones, Jay Sonhalter, and Molly Cotton for the fourth quarter of the Myrtle Beach Bowl, guys.
All right, thanks a lot, Hoppy and Brad. Start of the fourth quarter here, and we filled this one as the only bowl game outside of the college football playoffs that feature two conference champions. But today, the Mid-American Conference is ruling this one. Western Michigan, very impressive. They're well on their way to win number 10 on the season. And again, first time in school history, they'll win a MAC Conference championship and a bowl game in the same year. So this 2025 Western Michigan Bronco team will etch their name in history.
And they're looking to cap this season off the third year of Lance Taylor, what he's been able to do, starting off 4 wins, 6 wins, 9 wins to this point, about to be 10 wins. And it's been a pretty good rise here with him coming into this program, raising the level of play. And for these players and coaches coming out here, you want to finish this game off the right way. But starting off 0-3 to get to 10 wins, that's a great job by the whole program.
Yeah, no doubt, added 33 players out of the portal and blended it perfectly with some of their remaining players. Lowry's going to flip it with pressure over the shoulder of Bozeman. Ball's incomplete. Third down at 12. And for more on Lance Taylor, let's get downstairs to Molly.
Yeah, we can overuse the term culture, but I think in this case, it's exactly what it's been under Lance Taylor, right? Is that complete culture change with this program. You talked about the progression of this program under Lance Taylor, and it shows complete buy-in from the program, not just from their players, but I think from Western Michigan itself as well. There's more money going to different things. You've got better facilities and training. Like, this is a program that is completely behind Lance Taylor because the records speak for themselves. The improvement speaks for themselves, and you've seen overall improvement from just the X's and O's and just the football field.
Lowry fires over the middle, pass intercepted at the goal line by Caleb Offord, and he'll return the ball out to the 14-yard line. So sailed that one a little high. And again, we've seen the wind affecting these quarterbacks' throws, particularly over the middle and with some distance. And Offord, who's on his fourth school, started at Notre Dame, went to Buffalo, and then Alabama State. He gets the pick off at the goal line and return out to the 14-yard line.
Yeah, he's in perfect position. And if you're a quarterback wide receiver, this is not ideal. This is not what you want to play in this wind. And that ball going towards the right, just not accurate. It's sailed, goes right in the hands of Offord. And for this defense here, they get a stop inside of the red zone, and their secondary has done a nice job here in the second half making plays.
14-46, stoppage here in the fourth quarter. Kennesaw State trailing 41-6. Back after this from Navy Federal Credit Union.
Tim, I'm receiving an important update.
Ooh, are you getting night vision?
No. I just found out you could get $200 with Navy Federal Credit Union when you refinance your auto loans from another lender.
So, no night vision?
No night vision.
Learn more at NavyFederal.org/auto loans. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Credit and collateral subject to approval. Refinance loan must be at least $5,000 to be eligible for the $200. Terms and conditions apply.
This season, the action isn't just on the field. It's in every game day spread. Hell of a Good dips bring bold flavor to every watch party. Made for dunking, scooping, and celebrating every big play. Find Hell of a Good in stores near you and follow on Instagram at Hell of a Good Dips. Start dipping with Hell of a Good.
He's going to hit one deep down the field. And it's caught. It's a touchdown.
There's nothing like that moment when your team clinches a win. The Friday night lights, all those Saturday tailgate traditions, hours in front of the TV on Sunday. Football means tradition. Whether you played or cheered along, the feeling of game day never ends. Join the community and celebrate the game. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Football Matters.
During bowl season, every team is the away team, and that's exactly who Engine was built for. Whether you're traveling for a big game, big meeting, or your big brother's wedding, if you're traveling in numbers, Engine's on your side. We're the all-in-one platform for group travel that makes every road trip simpler and more affordable, giving you an away team advantage for every away game on the calendar. So to all 82 teams and millions of fans traveling this bowl season, safe travels and may the best road team win. Book travel at engine.com.
Well, Lowry's just third interception thrown this season. Kennesaw State takes over deep in their own end. Run play on first down. And weaving out to the 20-yard line is Coleman Bennett. Gain of 6, second down and 4. 14:30 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Western Michigan jumped in front 14-0, about 70 seconds in the game, and they have not looked back, leading 41-6.
And early on in this ball game, in any bowl game, it's so important to get your confidence, get off to that good start, and force your opponent to play from behind. And that's exactly what the Broncos did.
Speed option. Odom pitches it out to Bennett. Bennett will turn the corner, and a host of Broncos will chase him into the bench area as Bennett will get near the lead stick. So they're going to stop him about a half yard short. Third down and a half a yard upcoming for Kennesaw State, and they've really struggled on third downs today. 3 of 11 offensively. Third down, less than a yard for the Owls. High snap, inside give. Bennett busts the outside, rolls over the 30, 35, 40. Finally chased down as he gets the ball out to the Owl 46-yard line. A gain of 23 for Coleman Bennett.
That run was supposed to go up the middle. Bennett recognized everything was clogged up. Very wisely got to the outside where he could get the edge, and he was quick getting around that corner.
Kennesaw State goes fast. Odom has a receiver deep, throws it inside the 5-yard line, a diving attempt, and the pass is incomplete, trying to hit Jordan Jackson. Good stride-for-stride coverage on the back end by Aaron Wofford.
We've mentioned it throughout the game, Travis, how good this secondary's been in coverage. And this was one-on-one back there. Odom took the chance. It was a beautiful ball. He threw it high with loft. The coverage was there to knock it down.
They've been good all year. 18th in the country in pass defense, giving up just 178 yards through the air. Coming in, when you looked at this one on paper, you thought Kennesaw State's offense against a very stout Western Michigan defense. As we've seen time and time again, defense wins bowl games. And here's a running play. And speaking of defense, nowhere to go that time for Belcher as he runs right into the teeth of the defense of Western Michigan. Nothing happening up the middle. Tyson Lee was first there. Third down and 9 from the 47.
This Kennesaw State team in Conference USA, which is predominantly speed, smaller defenses that are built predicated on being quick. That's where they had their success. On the other side in the back, it's more of a physical lead, and that is how the Broncos are built.
Odom to throw, dumps it over the middle, and a collision at the 45-yard line. Pass is broken up, incomplete. looking for Jackson and had a pair of defenders there. And John Peters, the freshman from Indiana, with the knockaway. And we've got an injured Kennesaw State Owl down on the play. That is the right tackle, Nikola Milovic. He's a native of Serbia. Played at Clearwater Academy down in Florida and then signed with the Bulls of USF before transferring to Kennesaw State. 12:23 to play. We get a stoppage. Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving all branches of the armed forces, veterans and their families, no matter where you are in your military career. Navy Federal has the products and resources to help you navigate your finances. Learn more at NavyFederal.org. Our members are the mission. $12:23 to play. We mentioned Western Michigan trying to become the first Bronco team to win the MAC and their bowl game. They would become the fourth MAC team since 2020 to do so. Matching Ball State 2020, Toledo in 2022, and Ohio University in 2024. Rush is on, punt is away for Hewitt, who already had one blocked in this game. And it's going to roll dead down at the Broncos 16-yard line. That's where Western will take over with 12:10 remaining here in the fourth quarter. In control, leading this one 41-6. And the fifth annual Myrtle Beach Bowl here in Conway, South Carolina, played at the home, of course, of Coastal Carolina University. All right, Lowry remains in at quarterback. Devin Miles will be the running back.
First down, Western Michigan.
Michael Brescia, the tight end, into the backfield. He's lined up about a step ahead of Lowry. And the running back, Miles. Miles takes the handoff, cuts it quickly back to the right, brings it over the 20 to the 23-yard line. Got a helmet off and a marker down. An offensive lineman from Western Michigan lost his lid. He might have a hands in the face call here on Kennesaw State. Yep, defensive face mask, so 15 yards and an automatic first down for Western Michigan. 12:03 remaining in the fourth quarter. MV Sport, the official provider of the Bowl Bound shirt program with bowl season. First and 10 Broncos. New spot, 37-yard line.
You know, Travis, as you mentioned, Lowry here for this drive. I think if they would have scored on that last possession, he probably would be out, but I think Lance Taylor wants to give him one more drive.
Now we got all sorts of movement here as Western Michigan had about three guys in motion at one time when they snapped the ball.
Not on the same page on that one.
Five-yard mark off here.
Now, who do the coaches yell at when they see that? All three or one?
The center.
Yeah. He takes the brunt of the criticism, right? Poor offensive line.
All right, first and 15. Ball back to the 32-yard line. Lowry going to keep it on the ground. Miles sidesteps the defender, dances in the hole, and a nice low tackle applied. We'll hold that to a short gain. Jericho Washington Jr. came in low. Gain of 5 on the run for Devin Miles as Western Michigan closes at 269 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns. If you joined us late, their outstanding junior running back, Jaden Buckley, had himself an opening quarter. Had 7 carries for 172 yards in the first quarter. Got injured. Has only had 1 carry since. And had a touchdown on the opening play of the game. Second down and 9. Lowry goes under center. And a handoff up to the 41-yard line goes Devin Miles. We mentioned the MAC, Rust Belt, old school. Well, that for you old school fans, that Bring a tear to your eye right there. Under center, double tights.
Yeah, that's the style. You don't see too many spread offenses on the back, do you?
No.
I don't think it's allowed.
Barely got many quarterbacks that know how to take snaps under center anymore.
It's a prerequisite.
It's like a trick play.
Yeah.
3rd down and 7. Dudon, the wide receiver, comes in motion, counters back to the right. Pass in the hole. It's caught right at the lead stick. Good throw and catch there by Lowry as he hooks up with Balin Brooks. His first catch, the San Diego State transfer. That'll move the sticks. And Broncos right now just want to keep the sticks moving and the clock a-rolling. Under 10 minutes to play.
And just hold on to the ball, the possession, protect it. And with the MAC conference, how about the coaches that have come through that conference? I mean, I think Lance Taylor is a rising star. Same with Jerry Mack, but this conference is such an amazing history.
1st and 10, play action. Lowry looking deep, now checks it into the flat. Miles makes the catch, turns upfield, 45-40, and he will scoot out of bounds at the Kennesaw State 37-yard line. Yeah, that's really what made this matchup so fun, because you've got Western Michigan, a great football lineage and a conference that's been a cradle of coaches. And then on the other side, you got Kennesaw State that basically is in their infancy as a football program, less than 10 years.
It's amazing what they've been able to. I mean, most programs, if you get a win or two, you're lucky. And they have shot through here this year and just risen up so quick.
Lowry boots out, little half boot. Now he's going to pump. Line blocks for him, and he'll slide down at the 29-yard line. So a positive gain there is Rod Daniels, the Liberty transfer, jumps on his back at the 30. So scramble for Lowry will net about 6 yards. Bring up a 2nd down.
Just with this match, with the strong running game of Western Michigan, and then some of the issues giving up big plays on the ground, especially in the second half here on the latter part of the season for the Owls, you wondered how that would play today. Well, we've seen Western Michigan's been able to do whatever they want on the ground.
Devin Miles on 2nd and short will get 2. 3rd and yard upcoming. Can't understate how good this offensive line has been today. Zach Vaughn, the left tackle, transfer from Wake. Hunter Whitenack, transfer from Illinois, left guard. The center is a Michigan transfer, Raheem Anderson Jr. Gavin Dabo, is the only homegrown. Western Michigan redshirt freshman and right guard. And Chad Schuster, transfer from Syracuse, and right tackle. 3rd down and a yard, and a big hole again, and running through it is Miles. He breaks another tackle inside the 20, and will take it out to the 18-yard line. Washington Jr. Now we have some post-play activity in the bench area, and a marker comes out.
This hit was well after the whistle, way out of bounds, and they ran into the field goal kicking net.
It's been a frustrating day for Kennesaw State, a team used to a lot of success, certainly not used to being in this situation. Down 41-6. And done a pretty good job here, keeping it clean, but that one went into the bench area. And happened right in front of our own Molly Cotton.
Yeah, and in fact, the refs probably won't have an easier time throwing a flag on what just happened that actually happened right in front of me. Completely unnecessary from Kennesaw State, but as you said, frustration's kind of high at this point.
Yeah, we had double penalties here. I'd had a holding on Western Michigan during the play and then a post-play personal foul, so they'll mark 10 and then go 15 forward, and that'll result in a 1st down.
That's dangerous down there on the sideline. I mean, that play went well 5 yards maybe into the sideline. I mean, that was egregious, to say the least.
All right, 1st down after all that. Broncos with the ball just outside the red zone. Ball at the 23-yard line. 7:40 remaining in the 4th quarter. Don't forget, more college football coming your way on this Friday. 2:30 Eastern time. We've got the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. Wolfpack of North Carolina State and Memphis coming up at 2:30. Bill Routh and John Denton will have the call from sunny Florida coming up in the next hour.
For Walt Bell, the offensive coordinator, former head coach at UMass, that's running this offense for the Broncos, I think he's done a nice job today as far as not doing too much. When you're having success, just keep it simple. He hasn't had to involve Lowry much in the running game. They've thrown in play action spots, but they've just done and called plays that go to their strength when they've had success and not tried to get too cute here.
Brooks with the reception on first down. They go back to Devin Miles. He's been the workhorse here for Western Michigan in the second half. He'll take the ball down to the 12. It'll be a 1st and goal.
Give us the Miles.
Broncos again closing in on 300 yards rushing today. This carry should get him around 290.
First down.
First and 10 Broncos, ball in the 12. Final 6:20 to play. Brooks goes in motion, settles, right sideline. Lowry looking, in zone, floats it up, and nearly a one-handed catch. Pulled in by Talik Williams, but he couldn't squeeze him.
I know this is incomplete, but that is a perfect throw from Lowry. Over the top, from the sideline, where only you throw. He's shown accuracy.
Cody Jones broke it up. Transfer from Michigan.
If you leave that short, that could be a pick six. So you've got to make sure you're confident where you're throwing, that you can place it there. And he's shown accuracy throughout this game.
Wing to the left, along with tight twins stacked to the left side. Going to run it with Miles. He stumbles, making his cut, finds a crease. Takes it inside the 10, gets spun down at the 8-yard line.
Give us the Devin Miles.
A gain of about 4 on the play. Alex Ford, strong safety. Made the tackle. It's 3rd down. We'll call it 4 after a 6-yard pickup. 5:45 to play.
The Broncos taking their time in the huddle. They've been good on 3rd down. And right now, going away from their tendency, going 4 wide receiver set as timeout is called, but usually in this spot, they're going with 2 or 3 tight ends.
Timeout taken by Western Michigan with 5:31 remaining here in the 4th quarter. 41-6, Western Michigan in command. You're listening to the Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio, home of the 2025 Myrtle Beach Bowl, presented by Engine.
He's going to hit one deep down the field. And it's caught. It's a touchdown.
There's nothing like that moment when your team clenches a win. Bragging rights, the electric feel of the crowd, your fight song filling the stands. Whether it's Friday Night Lights or waking up on Saturday ready to tailgate, or the hours of excitement of watching games on Sunday. Football means tradition. It's synonymous with the fall. Whether you played, cheered, performed in a band, or just like to try your hand at armchair quarterbacking, the feeling of game day never ends. Imagine life without football? You can't. And why would you want to? Football is a powerful motivator for all who take part. Football matters in our lives.
What a finish! I can't believe we witnessed that today.
Join the community and celebrate the game. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Football Matters.
Aisleseats.com is your source for tickets to all types of events, sports, concerts, theater, and virtually anything else that takes a ticket. If your event is sold out or you can't get the quality of seats that you're looking for, that is what we specialize in. Great seats to the hottest events. We can also help if you're on a budget. Many tickets are priced below face value. Best of all, Aisleseats.com has none of the service charges that other sites are famous for. The price you see is what you get. Visit Aisleseats.com. That's aisle with an A. AISLESEATS.com.
Wake up, scroll, eat, school, work, TV, podcast, eat, scroll, sleep, rinse, repeat. We've all been there, stuck in the same routine, day in and day out. But in the U.S. Air Force, you can put an end to this endless cycle. With over 200 career options at bases across the entire globe, your exciting future starts here. To learn more and get started, go to airforce.com. Aim high.
You're in Coca-Cola Bowl season. Now back to the Myrtle Beach Bowl, presented by Engine.
5:35 remaining in the Myrtle Beach Bowl, 41-6. Western Michigan leading Kennesaw State. And they'll have the ball 3rd and 4 on the Owl 7 when play resumes. Let's pause 10 seconds for station ID. This is the 2025 Myrtle Beach Bowl presented by Engine on Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio from First Team. Third down and 4 out of the timeout taken by Kennesaw State. Western Michigan trying to convert here, closing in on 300 yards rushing, 294 on the ground. And we've seen this bowl game has seen some great rushing performances. App State has the bowl record, 502 rushing yards in the COVID-affected season of 2020. Motion across the formation. That's Williams. Trips to the left. That's the way they throw. Williams makes the catch. Flag is down. Going to have offensive pass interference as Williams is tackled at the 5-yard line. But Malik Dudon was blocking when the ball was in the air.
Sprint out to the left. Easy call right in front of the official.
Number 17, 15-yard penalty. Replay the back.
Oh, interesting. Kennesaw initially is going to take this penalty. It would have been a 4th and 2 from the 5. So they'll give him the 3rd down over. And the new spot will be the 23-yard line. They need to get to the 3 for a first down.
They've had success when they brought the corner blitz. So we'll see if they decide to try to light up the backfield, but that's where they've really done the job on 3rd down, making it uncomfortable for Lowry.
Lowry motions to Quads. He's going to run it, and he is going to be ripped down by the shirt collar at the 23-yard line. Not fooled was Marcus Patterson.
Patterson, the defensive end, stays at home. It was not fooled. They didn't bring the blitz. They only rushed 4. There was a twist up front, a stunt. He stayed on the backside as Lowry tried to get to the edge. The defensive end, Patterson, was too quick. He just roped him down by his shoulder pad.
All right, field goal attempt. Palmer Domsky will come on, 13 of 18 on the season. This is going to be a 40-yard attempt. He's 9 of 11 from this range this year. Goes to the left again, dealing with the wind. Snap back, hold down, kick on the way. And that kick is no good. A tough day for the kickers.
Poor guys out there.
And everybody is missed to the left. Not like your golf swing. Okay?
Well, I missed the left and to the right. It kind of goes both, yeah. I mean, I go both sides. But it's not left. It's left woods, right woods, center water.
Or look out.
Yeah, or duck.
4:31 remaining in the 4th quarter. Kennesaw State does get a stop. They trail 41-6. You're listening to Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio in the 2025 Myrtle Beach Bowl presented by Engine.
In 1917, Agnes and Herbert Greer recognized a need for high-quality cold-rolled strip steel. Their solution? They founded Greer Steel and built a state-of-the-art manufacturing facility to produce the highest quality strip steel available. The company was built one customer at a time. It was built with true relationships. Today, Greer Steel not only remains a leader in the industry, but is an extraordinary resource for clients that demand more efficient production, which increases their profit. With a long reputation as an innovator, the Dover, Ohio mill is home to the Laser Matte Finisher, the only unit of its kind in the United States, plus a gold standard metallurgical lab. I'm John Racy, president of Greer Steel, and Agnes and Herbert Greer were my grandparents. We make steel that will meet your requirements and exceed your expectations. To learn more, visit us at GreerSteel.com.
There's been a change in the world of healthcare and in how you'll find your next job. Technology has made it possible. If you're planning your next career move, temporary contract, staff position, a local assignment, or even per diem shifts, look to Staff DNA. You can see all jobs with pay and full details in one place with no need to register. Plus, customize the pay to suit you and your family's needs right in the app with no recruiter needed. Staff DNA, the #1 app for finding healthcare jobs. Download it now.
Right after turkey and through the new year, it's bowl season today. From big city lights to cold, snowy nights, it's bowl season today. Our gridiron dreams bring us here for our teams, where the fans tailgate and we all celebrate that it's bowl season today. Happy bowl season, everybody.
You're listening to the Myrtle Beach Bowl, presented by Engine from Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio.
4:31 remaining in the fourth quarter. Welcome back. Travis, Jay, Molly with you here on Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio. 4 and some change remaining in this one, and Western Michigan will officially cement a Myrtle Beach Bowl victory. Kennesaw State, who's played better here in this second half, going back to work here. Dug themselves a hole at halftime of 34-0. Back to the ground game they go. And running hard off the left side is Chase Belcher. He'll get the ball out to the 29-yard line. Belcher is closing in on a quiet 100-yard rushing day today. 13 carries, 88 yards.
Yeah, I thought he's looked good catching the ball as well. He's a talented back. He's versatile, and he's really been the star of the show on offense. But you mentioned the point of them settling in here in the second half. They've done a better job on the defensive end, limiting the big play. Their offense has gotten a couple drives going. They got points on the board, so they've done a much better job with their adjustments at halftime.
Belcher gets the carry again, and he'll dive out to the 35-yard line. That should get him, after that last carry, got him up to 96. That should get him right at 100 yards on the day. 3:37 to play.
For Amari Odom, they've taken some shots here in the second half, too. They're a little more cautious in that first half, but they have tried to drive the ball down the field. They've gotten a couple completions, but again, it is difficult with this wind continuing to gust.
And they're after Odom again, but he hands it off up the middle and out to the 35-yard line. We'll go Belcher on his third straight carry. Got an injured player back behind the play. It's an offensive lineman, it looks like, or a receiver tight end for Kennesaw State. We'll stop the clock with 3:01, 41-6. Odom's a redshirt sophomore, so he's got more football ahead in an Al uniform. Good lineage. Father Dwayne, NFL player with the Chargers of San Diego. Mother, Tricia Stafford Odom, played in the WNBA. Coming out of Cal Berkeley as a member of their Hall of Fame.
She was the head women's basketball coach at Central, and Jerry Mack was the head coach there at one time, too, so a connection. But a great family history. His brother is a defensive lineman at Ohio State. Tell you what, he's a really good player. I know it's been a tough day for this offense, but he's got a bright future.
Nikola Milovitz was who was shaken up on the play, the right tackle. So he'll be replaced by Jameel Williams. Clock winding to 2:55 remaining. Keep it on the ground. And a handoff to Belcher. Breaks free over the 45-50, 45 of Western Michigan. Breaks another tackle inside the 30. And he'll rumble his way before he's corralled by 3 Broncos and wrestled out of bounds at the 18-yard line.
This offensive line still working up front to give a lane to Belcher. And when he's in an open area, he is difficult to bring down. He is quick, he's strong, he's fast, he has all the qualities in a top back and goes over on that left side. Made one man miss. He cut back to the inside. Looked like he was going out wide. Brought it back inside. And then just carried 3 Broncos for about 10 extra yards.
A gain of 46, 148 yards on the day for Chase Belcher, the senior. And that's a new career high. It's a good memory for him to end his college career. Odom, back of the end zone. Pass is incomplete. And a big shot. We're going to have a personal foul penalty called on a defensive receiver. Davis Bryson got hit going for that fully extended pass to the back of the end zone by Jaden Lyles. Targeting will be the call, so they'll review this with 2:09 to play. But good news to report that Bryson was able to get up and is walking to the sideline.
It's a cover 2 defense, and he tried to get the ball in between those safeties.
Well, that's tough because Lyles didn't launch, and the bulk of the contact to me came in the chest area.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not sure if this is going to stand.
If you're great at predicting
yeah,
targeting this day and age, then you are better than we are. But I haven't predicted one today, so I'm going to roll the dice and say I think the targeting comes off on this.
I'm going to stand with you. We'll win together, or we'll
go out.
We'll
together.
go out together. Either way.
Yeah. If it stands, he'll have to sit out the first half of the season opener next season. Western Michigan. I know that Kennesaw State goes to Rocky Top in their season opener next year in Knoxville. And, in fact, it was picked up. 2nd down and 10.
Good call, Travis.
Yeah, pretty good at this.
1 for 1.
We'll quit. Odom. Pass into the flat. Caught Belcher. And he's ridden down at the 15-yard line. After a short game, get downstairs, check in with Molly.
Well, I can't keep up if you guys were right or wrong about that call. But either way, Lance Taylor not happy about it. He had some things to say here on the sidelines. Some emotion from the Western Michigan head coach.
It went his way. 2-minute mark. We get the stoppage, 41-6. Western Michigan leading here in the 2025 Myrtle Beach Bowl, presented by Engine. Back to Conway, South Carolina after this from Navy Federal Credit Union.
Tim, I'm receiving an important update.
Ooh, are you getting night vision?
No, I just found out you could get $200 with Navy Federal Credit Union when you refinance your auto loans from another lender.
So, no night vision?
No night vision.
Learn more at NavyFederal.org/auto loans. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Credit and collateral subject to approval. Refinance loan must be at least $5,000 to be eligible for the $200. Terms and conditions apply.
Before the bright lights on Sunday, before the draft and pro contracts, greatness starts here. It's the East-West Shrine Bowl, January 27th, 2026, at the Ford Center at the Star. A century-old tradition and the first step to NFL stardom. Every play supports game-changing outcomes at Shriners Children's. The 2026 East-West Shrine Bowl. Today's All-Stars, tomorrow's legends. Visit shrinebowl.com for tickets starting at $26.
Right after turkey and through the new year, it's bowl season today. From big city lights to cold, snowy nights, it's bowl season today. Our gridiron dreams bring us here for our teams, where the fans tailgate and we all celebrate that it's bowl season today. Happy bowl season, everybody.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Two minutes remaining here in Conway, South Carolina. That'll put a wrap on the 2025 Myrtle Beach Bowl. This one belonging to Western Michigan. Broncos jumped in front, 14-0. Scored on the opening play of the game on a 65-yard touchdown run from Jalen Buckley. Then Kennesaw State got the ball, and just a couple of plays into their series, Odom was sacked and stripped of the ball, sacked by Rodney McGraw, and it was scooped up and run all the way back for a touchdown. And before the folks could even settle in here and get their saltwater taffy. It was 14-0.
And there was no comeback, no real threat from Kennesaw State in this ballgame. It was just domination, and the Broncos in the driver's seat. And I'll tell you, both teams, I think, will go into the offseason with momentum. I know Kennesaw State is going to be disappointed in this final performance. 10 wins on the year. What a huge accomplishment. And then on the other side for the Broncos, what they are able to do, 2 championships now, the MAC championship and then the Myrtle Beach Bowl championship here. They're going to have a lot of confidence as they go into the offseason and building this program for next year.
Scoop up by Kershawn Fisher. Again, it was 14-0 with 1 minute and 16 seconds off of the clock. Kennesaw State just never able to make a serious threat of getting back into this game. Broncos took a timeout out of the 2-minute stoppage here. I'll leave them with 2. Kickoff coming up in Tampa in about 11 minutes. Hopefully get you out there on time for the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. North Carolina State, Memphis, on many of these same stations. Belcher in the backfield. Odom takes the snap, looks left. Here to come. They strip the ball from him, and it is recovered by Western Michigan. Coming through to get that ball out of his hand was McGraw, and then they fall on it and recover it at the 26. So Rodney McGraw, that's his second strict sack of the afternoon.
And he did a good job of just continuing to work, going against the left tackle. McGraw just fought. Initially, he was blocked. And he just kept staying low, coming around the corner. And as Odom launched back to throw the ball, he just stripped at it, tomahawk chop at the ball to knock it loose. And this pressure has been there throughout the day with McGraw, Kershaw, Fisher, and the backups coming in and taking the place of Tucker. They've done so much to disrupt this offense.
Sean Robinson fell on the ball. And now Western Michigan hopes to run out this final 150 to play. But what a great job by this defense. Rodney McGraw getting the start today because Nadeem Tucker was out of the lineup. And the transfer from Louisville has been excellent. Started his career at Penn State. And he's a kid that was highly rated. Came out as a 4-star recruit out of Chicago, Illinois. And he is certainly, in his final collegiate game, putting some stuff on film for the next level.
He is. I mean, he's got the size. He's 6'6", 265. So when scouts watch him play, they'll see the production, but that is size you can't teach. I mean, that's even big at the NFL level. So he's putting on a performance that he's going to be proud of, and a lot of people are going to be watching him.
Chase Dawkins gets the carry on second down out to the 33-yard line. Should have to snap it one more time. 3rd down and 2 upcoming here. 41-6, Western Michigan in the lead, and their defense here today has forced 4 turnovers.
This is a complete victory. The offense and defense doing their job. Whenever you can run the ball, stop the run, create turnovers, you're going to win pretty much any ball game, and that's why there's been this huge lead, this huge deficit Kennesaw State has faced because of the complete total ball game from the Broncos.
Lowry's gone the distance, takes the snap, hands the ball off, and again, Chase Dawkins, the freshman, runs it up in there, and the folks from Kalamazoo, Michigan, come to their feet down below. And the Gatorade bath has been delivered to Lance Taylor as he will lead Western Michigan to a Myrtle Beach Bowl victory, which will be their 3rd bowl win in school history. Our hell of a good player of the game is the young man we're going to hear from in just one moment, and that is the running back for Western Michigan, Jalen Buckley. She is down. Molly's downstairs with Jalen.
Congratulations on this win and this performance. What will you remember most about this dominating win for this program and for yourself?
I think I'm going to remember most just all the hard times we put in it during the offseason, the whole team, just everything we've been through as a team. Going from 0-3 to here, winning a MAC championship and a bowl championship. Really, that's never been done in Western history. All glory to God. Biggest shout out to my O-line. I mean, like I said every time, I'm not who I am without them. And just shout out to this whole team, man. Like, we worked so hard. It's just nice to see everybody enjoy it.
And you mentioned that MAC championship, obviously what you did today, standing on business. What does that do for this program under Lance Taylor, what you've already built, now moving forward into next season?
I think it just shows how hard he works and how hard he recruits and coaching staff as well, and keeping players here and just having so many players come back for this year. I think it just shows his character and this whole coaching staff how hard we work.
Thank you so much for your time. Congratulations. Go enjoy.
Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, Molly. Jalen Buckley, our hell of a good player of the game. Find hell of a good dips in stores near you. And follow us on Instagram at hell of a good dips. Start dipping at hell of a good. And Jalen Buckley was, in fact, hell of a good today. Finishes really only had to do it in the first half because of that ankle injury. 7 carries, 172 yards in that first half. Finishes 8 carries, 174 yards in a score. 303 rushing yards on the ground for Western Michigan in this game. Very impressive, and good that Buckley mentioned his offensive line because they did work today.
Yeah, and just giving credit to everybody else. He's a selfless player, and just hearing that interview with Maul, you can tell how much it means to him and all the adversity they face. You know, anytime you have great years, it's never easy. There's speed bumps, there's hard times. And he talked about the offseason, all the hard work they put in. That is adversity. I mean, that's what builds you for the regular season. And you can tell in moments like this, when you're celebrating, you draw back from those experiences where it wasn't easy and it was tough. And it's all paid off now. This is the reason you do all that work. You go through things together as a team for these type of moments.
And they were impressive here today. And this was just a magical season for Western Michigan. Again, it started 0-3, losses to Michigan State, North Texas, and Illinois, and then would not lose again as they went 10 straight to finish the season with a record of 10-4, and a team that just got better run game throughout the year. They continued to build on how good they were on the ground game, and they come into this game and ended up throwing the football 19 times, but probably didn't have to throw it any more than 10 to win the game.
Yeah, and I just love how their foundation is built, playing defense and then running the football. Their pass game, they didn't need it today, but it developed through the season. And when you go 0-3 at the beginning of the year, it is hard to feel good about yourself no matter who you're playing. Now, they played Michigan State, North Texas, and Illinois, 3 really good teams, but still you're 0-3. They got up from that start. They improved. They reeled off all these victories, but they didn't give in because it's very easy to not improve. It's very easy not to believe and trust the process. They did that, and that's what hard work and staying together shows you, that you can get on a winning streak. You can turn things around if you stay together, listen to your coaching staff, and as a team, continue to progress throughout the year.
Yeah, no doubt. Impressive performance. And guys, back in the Coca-Cola Bowl season radio studios, Brad Howe and Hoppy Kercheval, as we get you ready for the Gasparilla Bowl coming up. You know, Brad, this was old school Mid-American Conference football today. They just want to pound you into submission, and the Broncos certainly did that early.
Well, they did, Travis, and they did it right from the jump. As we mentioned, Western Michigan jumping out with not only the big, long run from Buckley, but then the defensive scoop and score. So it was all Broncos today.
And Brad, let's talk about the upcoming game here in just a couple of minutes. The Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl from Tampa, Florida. NC State and Memphis. How do you see this?
Well, this has the potential to be really fun. Both of these offenses are explosive. Memphis, it comes on the ground, one of the best running teams in America. On the NC State side, it generally comes through the air with quarterback C.J. Bailey. So NC State has some opt-outs. Most of them are on the defensive side. Now, this has been a Wolfpack defense that's been good against rush explosives, but how will those opt-outs affect them? And then on the Tigers side, it's a program that comes in having lost 3 games and lost its head coach as well. Some of its offensive staff members are on their way to Arkansas. How does that affect this Tiger team?
And we're all going to be at your house tonight for Oklahoma and Alabama. How about that?
Well, that'll be fun. The college football playoff gets underway, and a rematch of a game from back in mid-November when Oklahoma went on the road, got 3 turnovers from the Tide, and pulled out that win in Tuscaloosa. So, you know, Alabama wants some revenge when they head to Norman this evening.
Coming up in just a moment, it's the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Now let's go back to Travis and company. T.
All All right, thanks a lot, Hoppy. Impressive performance by Western Michigan. Dominating performance by the Broncos as they take the Myrtle Beach Bowl trophy back with them to Kalamazoo. Brock Lowry wraps up his sophomore season, 12 of 19, 120 yards and a pair of touchdowns in this game. Jaden Buckley, who you just heard from, 174 yards and a touchdown. Also, Devin Miles, who took over the running duties in the second half, 19 carries, 68 yards, and a score as well for Western Michigan. 2 through the air, 2 on the ground, a defensive touchdown, 4 turnovers forced. It was an impressive performance by Western Michigan, 10-4 to wrap up the season, and a great year indeed for Kennesaw State as they end their year also at 10-4 on the year. So great performance by Western Michigan. More bowl games coming your way on Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio. So we mentioned, stay tuned. The Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl, North Carolina State, Memphis, coming up next on many of these same stations. So for the crew here in Conway, South Carolina, Travis Jones, Jay Sonhalter, and Molly Cotton, along with Tim Sparks. Final score once again for Myrtle Beach. Western Michigan wins the Myrtle Beach Bowl 41-6. We say so long.
The Myrtle Beach Bowl, presented by Engine, has been an exclusive presentation of Coca-Cola Bowl Season Radio, a division of First Team Ventures, LLC. All rights reserved.